We're here.
Hello.
Welcome back. Fucking day session.
Back in the world of
14.
Statera, in the country of Gula, in the forest of Kidwee,
In a cave.
in the dungeon that is the former layer of the Emerald Way.
On Wednesday.
Wednesday.
At approximately. I'm just kidding.
Don't do that. We'll get doxxed. Anyway, okay. Last session, you guys started exploring this dungeon. Have labyrinthian design. It had walls of vine, lights of glowing fungus and torchlight. It was quite uneventful for the first part of it, and then the back half became quite exciting very quickly, where you had to fight off a clay golem, and then you came across a strange room that had acid flowing through it in a channel. You had an encounter with Bragg's Pock, in which case he warned you to leave, and you did not, and he fled, and you pursued him, and that caused you to run into a type form, some kind of Yugoloth, which one of you used. I think it was or Cragdaddies.
It was me or Catagast, I think.
What?
Might have been you.
What we did?
One of you deduced that it was a Yugoloth of some sort, and it got a good hit in, I think, but you guys dealt with it pretty well.
Crag mode. Well,
I mean,
I had help. Somebody did.
Christoph.
yeah. And as you fought the Yugoloth that was fleeing deeper into the dungeon at the same time it was fighting you, you ended in a hallway, which I've already taken the liberty of drawing out where you guys are at. This corner right here is where the Yugoloth was when you killed it, and if you remember, well, only thing that was along this hallway was a wooden portcullis that led into what seems to be a very important room. Ow. And you guys were deciding to take a long rest before you ventured further, I believe.
Indeed.
Good. Oh, for sure, yeah.
And I fear.
Pretty sure.
Mafia. Alright.
Yeah.
So these hallways are pretty pretty
Would you guys,
narrow.
want to look at anything else around here before we take a rest?
We're gonna make.
Hey, you guys have essentially only been exploring for about an hour, if that.
I'm sitting down and like
But
bringing
it's been a
Monroe
busy
back.
hour.
Monroe.
I'm bringing Monroe back.
So you are going to be resting. Or do you want to leave him to do...
I mean, it's just an hour, right?
Yeah, you guys.
Well, that's a short rest.
Yeah. So we could short rest and like investigate stuff around here, and then we could take a long rest before we go in to fight the fight.
What would you like to investigate?
So while he's going to... You're going to give him an hour to do his...
Yeah.
To summon Monroe, and the rest of four of you are going to...
At least.
Are you going to go towards the portcullis, or are you going to go back, or what?
What would you guys like to do?
Oh,
Because I'd kind of like to like see what else is around in the cave, honestly.
like the hallway, you mean?
Well, like there's quite a bit more to this dungeon.
I think we should probably rest before we go any further.
We go further. Like
A long rest?
keep going.
Because then we can get all our spell slots.
You need to keep going further, like towards.
We don't know how.
Well, actually, if
don't
we
know
can,
how far it is.
if we can, I'd like, since that's where the Yugoloth was in that corner, can we peek into that portcullis and kind of see if we can see anything through the bars?
So you want to move forward and try to look into the room that's
Yes, I believe that's the
blocked off by the portcullis?
That's the portcullis.
Yes.
Yeah, can we see through it, like through the bars?
Sure. If you are to approach the portcullis, before you even start to peek in, it just opens. And if you still choose to look in,
Check for traps.
Well, yeah, I was gonna do that. Like, is there like a string or like any traps around on the ground?
do an investigation check.
I do have my Sentinel shield, so I don't get disadvantage on
Hey,
this.
let me check for the traps there, Urk.
Glass, come up here.
If you would like to roll
Very
for
nice.
advantage, you can.
Goddamn, Chris.
Good roll.
trying to put the power in there. This is.
Well, you threw yours on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know where the other one went.
I thought you'd called it. I'm sorry. It was 7.
I threw it on the ground.
17 plus.
It was 23. 22.
Yes.
Okay.
If you investigate the portcullis and the area around it, you do not notice any kind of traps, and you also do not happen to see the mechanism that opened it. Not going any. But where you're standing right now, where you can see into the room, you can see what from where you're standing, you can probably see the edge of this, which is a table, and maybe those last 2 rows of seats. And in this open area over here, you see what seems to be the remnants of a camp
Remnants of a camp.
that have been abandoned, like a small camp that has like a fire in it. People, what used to be a fire where people.
How recent the fire?
Very recent.
Rare recent? Okay.
Still smoking.
Still smoldering.
So
Well,
some
guys,
type of gathering table?
Well, you can just see the end of it from where you're standing. You presume it's some kind of long table. You can see the 2 chairs on the other side of it that's rather nondescript.
nice.
It seems they almost seem to be formed into the ground with the vines. They're made of wood, but it's like
It's like someone's been here recently. Take that just before we turn any further. I don't know, maybe we should jump on the opportunity.
How,
good talk.
how exactly fresh is it?
Well,
Wait, is
Are we
Monroe
in this
back
room
yet?
right now?
I'm sorry.
Are we in this room?
No, you said you're just peeking
Yeah, I
in,
was
so
peeking
I imagine
in.
you didn't go in.
Where's Monroe?
No, it hasn't been an hour. They're just doing. They were doing this while you're doing your ritual.
Anyway, how
Kind of
many,
rolls. Wow.
how many more spells can you cast? Gotta guess.
Ian.
How far away am I from it?
Well, you're. I mean, I imagine
we're
you're like
just
in
on
this
it.
corner, right that far away.
Sorry. Hey, Cragdaddies!
A few!
A few.
A few.
It might be smart. It could be a trap. The door did open for us, so someone is watching us.
I don't have much left myself.
Best. Everyone agree?
Like an order there. Everybody agree.
Yep.
Paladin
It's not-
speaks now.
Oh my gosh. Shut up, lad.
Alright, so after your ritual, which somebody roll an encounter dice, if you're not going to do anything else, and just start resting,
16.
we'll just use it. Is everybody done whatever they're going to be doing? Okay. So I'll count that for the first hour. Now after that,
Okay, I guess. Did you put a spell in my flail? No, it's still one in
Wait,
there.
oh, you haven't used it yet?
Yeah, it's still in there.
okay. So I'll count that first one as the hour. First hour of your long rest. I will require a roll for every hour in this case because you are in a dungeon. So
Yep.
things could happen. So whoever is going to be on watch in whatever rotation, roll for every hour that you're on watch.
I guess I can take first watch with somebody. Or matter, I guess.
It might be wise to have multiple people on watch.
Glass, you
Yeah, I'll take.
I'm going to sleep.
Cragmaw, you want to do first watch?
First watch.
Alright, me and Cragmaw on first
Okay.
watch.
Let's do
We'll
this.
just take.
Alright, y'all can roll with advantage, whoever's rolling.
14.
It's an encounter check.
Yeah, he wants that. He
Sorry.
wants it.
You want us to roll once per hour?
Yeah, go back and forth.
10.
And how many hours are y'all gonna be? Is y'all's first watch gonna be?
Just, I guess we just do.
Yeah, just do or
Four.
do 4, and
Split
then like
into
me
two
and
shifts.
me and Christoph or sorry, Zoltan.
19.
Fuck.
Just sitting on the roof. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you like on the roof right now?
I actually assumed that's how you were keeping watch.
Okay.
Yeah. See everything.
But you're both awake. You can
Just-
watch. So,
So we're just in this corner, right? Where we decided.
roughly, like the hallways are narrow, so you guys will have to spread out a little bit, sleep properly. All of you but Catagast would take up 2 squares if you lay down.
I'm imagining myself in this top corner up here, so I can see down both holes.
Smart.
Wait, everyone's here is
I'm
over
not
5
laying
feet
down.
tall.
I'm just sitting and
That's all we get.
meditating.
Okay.
I think I'm
You no need to roll anything. The 2 of you notice that it gets the temperature seems to drop suddenly. It seems to get a lot colder. It's getting a little chilly in here. See your breath as you breathe out now.
Just like home.
You're asleep.
You're asleep.
Yeah.
So,
Am I sleeping?
talking in his sleep. Just like home.
Would Cragma be able to hear me from where I'm at?
I assume so. You guys aren't very far apart, I would think.
Cragma. Did it just get colder to you, or is it just me?
Temperatures.
Shit. Maybe it is just me.
It's pretty comfortable in here.
Feels the same as always.
Okay.
Alright, yeah.
Well, I can see my breath now.
Can I use my divine sense? I'm gonna use my divine sense in the corner.
Does it only detect unholy things and stuff like that?
Fiends, celestials, fae,
Okay, yeah, no, you don't
And
detect
undead.
anything.
fiend. Right?
Oh, undead doesn't fall under fiend, I don't
I
think.
just remember when I was looking.
I could be
up,
wrong.
it
But
said
either
undead
way, you
specifically.
don't.
Okay, I
you
just don't, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just
Okay.
continue.
What was that, 4th one?
You're on
There's a third.
Third one,
I'm the
okay.
4th one right now. 9. You know, like
Oh, yeah, that's
Hey.
right.
now.
Okay, so then you wanna.
It's your turn.
Alright, guys. Well,
Can I like tangle myself in the vines and sleep?
sure.
Yeah.
Like a hammock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
2.
1.
15.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. So this is the last hour of watch.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see what looks like a brief flicker of light come from that room ahead of you guys, and then that's about it.
I roll this.
Want me to sneak up there? Sure.
Got 20.
Okay. What exactly are you gonna do? Are you gonna go into the room?
No,
Or
I'm
are
just
you
gonna peek in and see if I can see.
So you're just gonna peek around the corner to see the whole room. Is
Yeah,
that what
I
you're
just,
doing here?
I just want to see if I can see anything.
Okay. Well, this. Let me get set up here.
The rapper.
Yeah, that wrapper needs to go.
Or does it? It's so perfectly.
Take all that. Put it right back.
Yeah, stupid.
We don't get a proficiency bonus at 7, dude.
Or so it's plus
That's
3.
It's plus 3.
next.
What'd you get?
At 21.
Okay.
That one.
So if you peek around that corner, you can see the rest of the room. I'm gonna stand up.
That's why I didn't take all Saturday session.
Okay. If you peek around the corner, you can see the rest of the room, and you can see more clearly that there was a camp there with 3 sleeping bags that look like they've been abandoned. It's not as fresh anymore. Y'all's rest. And you can see the rest of this very long table with 2 chairs on each side all the way up. And then up here at the head of it, you can see what seems to be a much more ornate chair. Seem to be carved, has some very fancy designs carved into it to kind of blend in with the vines that are around it. But it seems to be made of wood as well. And you see the winch, supposedly that opened the portcullis, over here, and right here, you can see what looks to be a person that is puffing on a little pipe of his. It seemed to have been him lighting it as he was waiting for something, and he doesn't seem like he spotted you. He looks to be a little bit of an older man. He just
Do I recognize him?
I don't know. Do you? Let's roll an intelligence check, because I don't know what skill this would fall under off the top of my head.
20. Nah.
Oof.
Yeah. He definitely looks like the heavily armored man that was defending the Luthien at the Colosseum.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the
It didn't
group.
have much HP to begin.
Yeah, but he seems to be casually
Does
Well,
he look?
relaxing
does
on
he,
the chair.
Does he look armed? Can I see that?
Okay, well, you see he's wearing his armor, which is looks to be a rather plain armor. It's kind of hard to tell the details of it in the light. And some kind of cloak on it.
I do have. How far away is that?
Like 50th Street.
I mean, I can see plainly.
Um,
Plain light of day if the light's an issue.
I know it's also just kind of hard to
Yeah.
make out. If you're just kind of peeking around, it's kind of hard to make out the details on
Okay.
it. You do see there's some kind of sigil on the front of it. It's also kind of the way he's sitting. It's kind of hard to angle it
Alright.
properly. And you do see what seems to be his hammer sitting on the table in front of him. He doesn't seem to be holding it currently. But, yeah.
Is he the only person in there?
From what you can see, yeah, he's the only person in there.
You didn't tell me about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to the group.
That spawn at Che. That's the one I've seen up at there. Protecting the Luthien.
I feel like we should wake the group up, or you think we should just wait out the next hour?
I feel like we should just keep an eye on them.
Well, that would have been the final hour check.
Oh, that is the final hour, so we're all good.
Also, they're ready to
They're
be
gonna
woken up now?
they're gonna be woken up in a moment anyway. So
Alright, okay. Yeah, go ahead, Vic.
Got gassed.
Alright.
Get up, you son of a bitch. We have issues to deal with.
Just gonna wake up and fall down.
fucking skid around.
Wait.
You fall on your back and you're just like
Issues.
What's going on?
Yeah, what's
Spawn at Che is in the other room. The guy with the big fucking hammer.
From the Coliseum?
And he's
Yes.
fully armored.
He must be expecting us.
The winch to open up the gate was beside him.
He was definitely expecting us as a trap. It's a trap!
He's smoking on a pipe. Waiting right now.
Maybe we should.
Wait, was the rogue ran this way, right? Coming.
Yeah, you're probably right.
How'd
So
the
the
road
road
get
might be
past
waiting
the...
there. Ugoloth.
Maybe you could learn a thing or two.
The Ugoloth?
Yeah. That.
Probably on the same side.
I'm sorry, the noise your beard made when you turned your head.
His face just. He makes sense. What do we need to do?
This is
Gary?
Alton's
Hey,
Say we just
smartest
approach.
rose.
you say we just approach him
Fuck.
as a group because he might drop.
Hello!
The, oh my
Oh
God.
shit!
He might drop the door down on us if one of us
If
goes
we
in
get
there.
close enough, I can see what
Can you?
We have a Cragmon to catch the door.
Good.
And
Well,
it's,
I
made
can
of,
see-
it's made of wood too, so
I ain't afraid of
And Fred, no.
we saw what Cragmon did to the last portcullis. You know, dude.
This is
it.
true.
Saw what happened to a stone door.
Saw what happened to an iron door.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, I guess we
Well,
could
did he have
approach.
he had his weapon with him, right?
It's on the table.
Yeah,
It was on the
Right.
table in front of him.
How big is the
Pipes.
weapon?
Is
Could you pick it
It's
up?
a big hammer.
it seemed like someone used the big two-handed hammer. That
I
he was
doubt
holding
I
in the
could pick it
Colosseum.
up without him noticing.
I too.
Doesn't look
But-
like it doesn't look like his, does it?
I can make you invisible.
Isn't that so many feet though?
This is a new invisible.
Oh.
And if you pick it up, as soon as you pick it up,
Chaotic control.
and as soon as you pick it up, the weapon
Why?
will also turn
Don't worry
invisible. you're holding it. So as soon as you touch it and pick it up, it'll turn invisible, and you can just vanish with this weapon.
Sure, that's how it works.
Yes. It says like, well, I don't care. Turning invisible, and anything you're wearing or carrying is as long as pick up the weapon.
Not a bad idea, to be
And then
honest
you'd
with
be
you.
armless. We could.
At least
Well,
talk to him and
Do
see
you
what he
think we
wants.
could talk to him before?
I think he'd be a lot more reasonable without his weapon.
Definitely so. I
Because
agree with
But
you.
we don't know if
we won't be
Brad's
far.
Pock is in there though. That could be an issue.
Yeah.
Well, we won't be far behind you. We can.
Well, I'll be ready to jump in.
Yeah, we could just wait outside and then something.
You'd be invisible
and I-
and nobody can hear you.
To be
Oh,
fair,
you're
as soon as
right.
you grab
So-
the hammer, we
and-
could all come inside.
And when you go for the weapon, I can send Monroe through to distract him. If he looks away for a brief moment, snag it.
Sounds like a decent plan to me. Give it a try.
It's not a bad idea. Yeah. If something happens, just holler.
Y'all should just be like waiting at the door.
Oh yes, for sure.
Hear me if I peek out. Zoltan can keep
Clean,
watch or
clean.
Cragma.
Clean.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong.
You may want to stay further back so you don't give away the group.
I'm just gonna stay.
He knows we're in there. I'm
Yeah,
sure
are you
he's
guys
the
just
one
like
that opened the
talking
door.
about this like a normal voice?
Oh, yeah,
No?
I'd say we're
No.
whispering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are
Let's
you
do it.
approaching?
Let's do it.
I don't like
Yeah.
You could ask what your alignment was.
How close? How close are we?
Well, I'm gonna say you guys camped like around that corner, so you're gonna have to go up to the door, go in, and get to
So
the
there's a
hammer,
road
which is
that
on
you
the
do?
other end of the table. Get past all the chairs.
So
Right,
what's this? Oh, okay, that's the table.
That's the table.
You can
Was
crawl.
there anything? Did
Can
you
you
see?
crawl under the table?
Did you see anything on the table?
I don't recall.
There was nothing.
There's nothing on the table.
It was
Get on the table.
dusty.
Or you could crawl under the.
Or that.
Let's do it.
And as soon as you're ready, I'll send you a message so you can respond when you're ready, and then tell me when. Send Monroe. Distract him.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
are you
wait.
gonna
Hold on. Hold on.
Well,
So you're gonna send
What?
Monroe in the room.
So
So why would his first
I'll
reaction
roll
not be
anything. I
to
just
grab his
got through it in
weapon?
there.
Let's not send Monroe.
Don't send Monroe. Okay.
No.
Last, we'll give the word to you, and then it's the rest.
Or
of it.
after you grab it, I could send Monroe.
I'll just tell you when I grab the hammer.
After he grabs it, how about I distract him?
Okay.
I can water whip him.
Well, as soon as you grab the hammer, we should all just rush in, and you should just vamp
With
Yes.
this hammer.
and get way behind us.
Yeah.
Just get behind us.
Indeed.
Just give the
Play
word,
around.
and we'll rush in.
Yeah, just
While
Right.
you grab the hammer.
Let's do it.
All right. I guess we're. So I'm gonna touch you. It's like vanish.
Sick.
Can I reach out and just feel if she's there?
Yeah, you can.
What are you touching?
Eric, watch where you're grabbing.
Okay. Oh, make sure to check for traps. And then I'll message you and be like, "Respond when you're ready."
Okay.
Hold on
I mean, I checked for traps before we went into the room.
On. Hold on.
It's fine.
I'm gonna wait like right above the door.
Yeah, I figured.
I have my own personal crack mall guard me.
I guess it'll be
I'll see that
what,
right
like you, then
Black
Cagas,
Guardian,
then me
Crack
behind.
You're gonna dash in the room. If something goes down, you're
Oh
gonna.
yeah, I'm gonna be in there real
dash
quick.
You're gonna dash in the room and save me. Like pick
Did
you
you
up
say
and carry
me
you
and
away.
Category?
Oh, I figured I'd be in the back since I'm the least
Oh,
stealthy.
you're in the back. So me, Category.
Just keeping guard in the back.
Oh, I'm also the least stealthy.
Ignore that.
They don't know that.
He's guarding. Guarding the rear.
Gardening or garden?
Guarding.
Both.
I'm a nature
Why
boy.
not both?
Nature boy.
Oh, so he's like paladin.
I was talking about myself. What you looking up there?
I'm just making sure I have everything understood. Right. So
Thought you was talking.
You're gonna. So that's the plan.
He's invisible
You're
right now.
invisible.
Visible.
You still need
My
to
foot.
roll a stealth check. So how does the invisibility read exactly?
He's literally invisible.
Okay. How exactly does it read?
You are a creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible.
Okay.
He's
Is
got
that
those.
all it says to it?
Yep. And I concentrate on it and it lasts a minute.
Yeah, I have my boots of
Yeah, those
elvish
boots.
kind that make
Yeah.
my footsteps inaudible.
Yeah, so he's literally like
Okay.
non-existent.
He really fucking is. But that's kind of fucking scary, honestly.
And you can, I'm pretty sure you can attack. Like, if you concentrate on it.
I'm not gonna attack.
I know. I'm just saying for future reference.
That's OP.
If we
Okay.
broken it, did we break the game?
No. Okay. Go ahead. Do what you gotta do.
Between you and Last. Shit.
I don't like why I told this position. I feel like I'm about to get wrecked.
In fact,
right
he's
now.
like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Grab
yeah.
it.
Please grab it.
Okay, so
He did ask about the alignment, so maybe that's in
when I walk in, I'm gonna check for traps around the area. 18.
Yep. You don't notice any traps. You just notice an older man sitting in his chair smoking his pipe
a big fucking hammer.
Where's the hammer at?
on the table in front of him.
Okay. When I come up to the table, do I see dust on the table?
I mean, yeah, it's not a very very. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I guess there's dust. I mean, I don't know if there really be dust in a coniferous forest, but it definitely has the signs that it hasn't been used in a long time.
Can I put my finger on the table and see if it's noticeable if the dust?
Sure, if you want to. So you
I'm
just do
gonna, I'm just
that.
gonna swipe my finger and see if I can notice the dust like come off the table. Just because I'm invisible doesn't mean everything around me is invisible.
Smart
It's true.
thinking.
No one's judging, bro.
See
No,
James over
definitely
there.
not.
He's smoking his
Until you
pipe.
get
You just sees
noticed.
footsteps coming up on the table.
Yeah, that's what I was
He's just sitting
thinking.
there smoking.
I thought you were going
Okay.
under.
Why would I go under? How am I gonna grab the hammer if I go under the table? He's gonna notice that instant. Okay. Okay. When
Okay,
I'm-
so you leave a little finger streak of where there used to be dust on the table. I presume at the end of it before you
Yeah,
ever
at
touched
the
it.
at the end, I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There's enough room to squeeze in between the chairs.
yeah,
of course.
that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, they don't take up the full 5-foot space.
Okay.
It's
yes.
pretty crowded in here.
I guess I'm just gonna try to sneak along the wall then, on the opposite side.
On the opposite side of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna creep up. If I get close to the hammer,
All right.
I'm gonna
He's
look
blowing
him.
like a little O ring with his smoke.
Gandalf over here.
Make a
No, he's not that good. His
I'm-
rings hardly stay together at all.
I'm gonna make a quick grab for the hammer,
Right, you grab it and it disappears.
and I'm gonna fucking dash as well. I'm not gonna dash. Well, maybe I should. Oh, I have the hammer, Catagast.
move it, go.
I'm gonna make my way out of the room.
Grab ball, move it. Make sure he
doesn't
doesn't get out.
Okay, are you all gonna flood in after that?
I guess so, yeah.
I guess so.
Okay.
Let's get behind.
Can I still stay hidden, like try to sneak in on the roof?
Are
I'm just-
you
I'm
all gonna
com-
try to stay hidden?
I'm coming in there with my hands up. Boniche, we only wish to speak.
Are you moving in behind him?
Yeah, I'm behind.
Okay, I'm behind him too. But my weapon and shit's drawn.
Am I
I'll
already
still try
away
to
from?
be
Am
sneaky
I
on the
already
roof.
away from the table?
Sure. I'm sorry.
Am I away from the table by now?
Oh yeah. I think so.
Okay.
I'm so fucking scared.
You're behind us.
Yeah, I
Alright.
gotta.
Did you get there?
Hold on. Let me add this up.
You're trying to stay hidden.
So, would I get advantage on this?
Not particularly. I don't think you're good at. Are you?
I mean, I don't know. 13. It's a 13.
Good argument.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, whenever I see roaches around something, they usually hide pretty well.
No, until you see him skitter and you spot him at the corner of
Well,
your
I
eye.
don't know. It's
Anyway.
the roaches at work are pretty noticeable, and he's a like 6-foot roach.
Okay, anyways, what?
Okay. Is everybody coming in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, you're staying hidden. You're trying to stay hidden. Okay. Who wants you already said you're gonna come with your hands up and talking, so I guess
Yeah,
you're leading
I
us
come
on.
in there and I said, Boniche, we only wish to speak.
Oh. Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's what I plan on doing as well.
Okay, well, I'm gonna fill up this first seat right here.
Did he
I'm
notice
just
his
gonna
camera's
sit
gone?
down.
And please sit.
I want to say, I'm very curious. What were your actions for at the? Gosh,
I'm sure you are, and I'd be happy to answer you. But first, I would like to ask all of you, where do your allegiances lie?
So did he notice me then? Is he talking to me? I'm just
personally,
gonna assume not then, so I'm just gonna be slowly like making my way.
making my way downtown.
What?
Personally, my allegiances lie with my group, and I know not of this world so much to really have a say for anything, and I'm still learning.
Well, that's good. Loyalty is a very commendable trait.
I side
about
with
the
the
rest of
side
you?
of right. My question to you is, side are you?
The rest of you?
I mean, I'm invisible. I don't want him to know my presence.
If you don't want to answer, that's a perfectly valid answer.
I side with myself. Some of these guys.
Sometimes.
And Monroe.
Sometimes he steals
I see.
flowers and gets dragonborns killed.
Yeah, myself.
Well, I like to believe I'm on the right side.
So does everyone.
Of history here. Very right. As to answer your question previously, yes, it's a rather extreme measure, but unfortunately, is one that Niluthian felt she had to make.
And do you agree with that?
I may not agree with all of her methods, but I do agree with what she's trying to achieve.
Does she
What's that?
really agree with that, or does she feel that it absolutely necessary?
You have to understand, we've been trying to convince people of what is happening in this area for a very long time, and she's just become rather frustrated with the general populace's lackadaisical attitude or general sense of non-caring towards the situation.
What exactly is the situation? What's happening?
So I'm sure you've noticed by now, because we have been keeping a very close eye on it, that there is a somewhat of a state of disarray in certain parts of Gula. Or you still have the portal that was outside of Hostone fresh in your mind, and I'm sure you've noticed the Tree of Kidway himself has started to act quite strange, and a lot of this has to do with the country of Gula itself not knowing the effects of their urbanizations, or their deforestation, not just deforestation, just a general overreach
Getting too
and
big for the
settling
boots.
and
The effects they have on the
the
land.
effects
in
they're having
general.
on the land.
Where is Niluthian now?
She is gone. I told her and Braggs to go on ahead, and I was going to stay behind to talk to the five of you. Because I am convinced that the five of you, after conversing with me, want to see the right side of it, understand why we're doing it. They weren't so sure, but I assured them that all will be well.
I go
Where
where
you
the coin's
feeling?
at. I go where the coin.
I can.
If you have coin,
I can respect your reasons, but the methods I cannot. I just cannot justify.
I can understand that point of view.
You seem to be. How old is this guy? Just by looking at him,
He's in like his mid-50s.
you seem to be experienced on the battlefield. I can respect and I can respect a warrior. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders, sir.
What race is he?
Yeah, it's
He's a human.
Human. But I cannot, like I said, I cannot justify anything that Niluthian did. She killed quite a few people.
She did.
Some
And she acted rather rashly.
Some might argue that the end justifies the means, but at what cost?
That's not always true. In fact, it very rarely is.
Indeed.
She did do a lot more damage than she told me she would. But reason she had to end the Goulash Bash is, did you ever wonder exactly why they were having you hunt these specific creatures?
They're filthy monsters. Doesn't matter to me.
On the outside, yes, it seems that way. In any other circumstances, you would probably be correct. They do terrorize local towns, cause chaos where they are, and they sometimes dealt with to provide safety for whoever wishes to live there. In this particular case, this last one, the Bullays, rather benign, dangerous creatures, they must be dealt with. The water elemental, simple enough. It's just water elemental. You can get from a wizard. But the shambling mounds, they are there for a purpose.
What purpose would that?
For the forest?
They were not there to destroy the forest. I'm sure that is what they tried to lead you to believe. They were there to try to prevent them from destroying more of the forest. Shambling mounds are fearsome creatures. They were not going to do any damage, any lasting damage, to something as powerful as the forest itself. They were more of a deterrent to the loggers and the operations Gula were running to further deforest it itself.
Well, why would Keith?
Wait. Yeah, are you familiar? Do you friends with Kidway?
I wasn't exactly friends.
To
No,
be
I'm doing-
fair, the tree wants more of the forest dead, so it grows in power. Because the more of the forest that it lives, Kidway is suppressed by more life around him.
So
The tree
it comes to the
not the old man.
the crux of the situation right now, which is why we, the Luthian Prags, are here currently, is the magic that established this protective barrier of the forest is degrading, and it will continue to degrade until it crumbles into nothing, and then the wild, chaotic magics that were rampant in this area will just fully engulf it, livable. And the town of Hostone will most likely be destroyed from it.
What about Gula?
The country of Gula? I don't know what they plan on doing. I don't know if the leader knows what he does. I sure hope not. He's
What destroyed Gula?
okay. All right, hold on. I had a character. Chagershin's the capital. Okay, I was very confused.
Sorry.
Okay. No, Shagershin will be fine. It's far enough away. But
answer me this. You may have tried to touch on this. So what is it exactly that you three, the Luthian especially, are trying to accomplish?
we are trying to
At this moment.
reinforce these protective magics that are across the country of Gula to make sure these wild magics do not break free again.
I just want to say,
And the Goulash Bash was a part of the country of Gula's attempts at ridding themselves of some of the obstacles, or even some of the protective magics themselves that were holding back chaotic magics. If you join our side, you will see that most protective magics aren't beings, but some of them are, and they were going to be making moves. Had to put it. And I'm afraid we only temporarily stopped it. I'm sure they will rebuild and restart again and continue to stop it.
going to
a
be
vicious
another
cycle.
goulash bash where they kill more important beings
Possibly.
and release more chaos of the natural magic from the land.
The real issue is that they know not what they do, and nobody will listen to us because there's no records of how unlivable this place was that long ago, because there was no civilization here. Only through the teachings of Kidway himself do we even have the small word of mouth and some records that we have now.
So if we were to join you, what would you have us do?
Well, right now our task is to make sure the forest does not get destroyed. So we want to try to stop their deforestation, but whatever means.
I will say, Bonnet, that is, you are Bonnet, correct? I am
Like the
Bonnet.
neck?
Sorry?
Like the neck wear?
I will say, you are not the person that I expected you to be. It seems that is in fact Nuluthian is the mastermind. I will say this.
She is our leader, and I will follow her
Only one leader? Only one leader?
to the end of Statera. Well, there's only 3 of us.
I will say this. I see what you guys are trying to accomplish. I can respect you for that. But if we are to help you, there will be no killing on my part. And Nuluthian will be brought to justice in the end, one way or the other. By what justice, it may not be by my hands. But I will not refuse to, I will not accept leadership of someone who can kill hundreds of people in the blink of an eye and not even care.
Well, I assure you she does care. Just she's not letting it cloud her judgment of what has to be.
And that's dangerous.
It is. Very dangerous.
As I said, in the end, she will be brought to justice.
I believe that if she has more level-headed people like you who have taught people like me to be better, and maybe her choices better than taking her frustration on these people.
That is indeed part of the reason why I insisted on them letting me stay behind. 2 of them are not very fond of. You know, you find us. I know
We've seen
you're
how
trying to
Brax
find
thinks
us.
about us. We've seen how Nuluthian thinks about us. Nice to see Bonnet. Someone who's like me. The difference in our groups.
And I definitely do not agree with how extreme.
As
But
I
I
said,
still have to follow her. To follow this through because it just has to be.
as I said earlier, you definitely seem like you have a clear head on your shoulders.
Very good point.
Your
Quite
loyalty.
cool.
Your loyalty might be your downfall eventually. Still respect that in you.
I'm sure she will. You're implying she'll betray me. That's...
No, not at all.
I promise you that will not happen. We steady friends.
Alright, you
Long,
misunderstood.
long
I
time.
apologize. But as I did say, I will not defer to the group.
Well, it is fully up to the 5 of you if you decide to join. If you don't, I personally won't consider us, but I can't. Pretty sure they already consider you enemies to us.
Want it, Bob?
But I'm
She
going
is
to try
enemy
to
to me,
convince. I'm going to try to convince them. Otherwise, I've already made headway. Getting the 5 of you to join is.
Well, here's the
part of
thing.
that.
We've been hired by Shagrishan.
Oh, we know.
You know then, we've been hired to hunt you guys down and bring you in dead or alive.
Oh, we are aware.
So I'm gonna get up out of my chair and walk over to him. I'm just gonna extend my hand out to him. Be like, "You have one."
Yeah. Takes your hand. Well, I'm glad
I
you're
turn
so
around to you guys and
enthusiastic
I'm
to
like-
join.
Sorry, I just feel like this is the right place.
Their coin?
There may be. I can't guarantee anything. There will be various tasks that we will assign you, and there may be maybe some kind of reward process. Not from us directly, unfortunately. We're not very wealthy, but
Fuck that shit.
we are going to be pretty much against the country of Gula. So whatever stockpiles or reserves they may have somewhere, you might be able to find something amongst there. We're not in it for the money, so anything you find, you're more than welcome to have.
We
I'm
find what
probably
we
gonna
keep.
take our deeds.
I'm gonna put the hammer back down on the table. Got a gas in your spell.
I'm pretty sure you're probably visible by now.
Nice.
How long does it last? A minute? Yeah, she would have gone back
Okay.
visible a while ago.
Alright, well, I'll just put the hammer back on the table. I say we give them, we listen to what they have to say at least. And we do have an in with Shaggershin. Maybe we could use that to see if there's anything going on behind the scenes. Because it smells a little fishy to me. They would just be randomly.
I agree with what they're saying.
Plus
Don't get me wrong.
You're a big boy, our nature boy. You should be ready to help stop this.
That is true. I appreciate the flow and the balance of nature,
Just not ready to kill
but
people.
it comes to life.
I understand.
Death is not the answer.
I don't think we should take an innocent life.
If you wish to go the path of a double agent of sorts, I'm sure you've already obtained enough information for all of this. Report back that happy with what you found, or the base of the old Emerald Way, for instance, and so on and so forth. I, of course, would appreciate if you don't give precise details, but depends on. I know Nuluthian wants just stop logging right now. Task. Try to figure out how she can reinforce the magics containing the chaotic magic contained by the Kidwee. I'm not quite sure how she's going to do that. That's
So
out of my reach.
Can I roll an insight check just to see if this guy seems pretty forthcoming?
I'll help you.
Yeah. Someone else do it.
This isn't your character sheet, by the way.
I'm retarded.
Well, that's only 10.
I got 8.
He seems genuine, and seems like he much rather would have you all join their side.
In all seriousness, can he see Cragmore?
Maybe.
What do you think, Cragmore?
Alright, I'm just gonna drop down and sit in that chair right there.
Okay.
Can't condone somebody killing hundreds of people. And right now, I don't know which side is right.
In all honesty, I don't even know if Luthien plans on surviving through all. Like, she's prepared to sacrifice. Must. I fear the worst for her.
So what if we can convince the city to stop the law?
That's perfect. That's definitely an option, but I have no idea how you even begin to do that. The leaders fully convinced that they're Murray convinced that they're doing the right thing. They've convinced people they're doing the right thing, and from everybody's point of view, it does seem like they are doing the right thing. They're not aware of what this is containing, and unless we can convince the people of why we can't expand even further, there's no hope.
The whole
So
country of Gula could fall into chaos.
I assume you're speaking of Kidway, right tree. So if this logging stuff continues, the forest gets destroyed. The magic within the great tree, is this the chaotic magic of?
That it is one of the ley lines of it. There are many across the country, but this is the one that's in immediate.
So
Luckily, the 5 of you actually assisted, even if you didn't know it, with the portal that was outside of Hostone. That is one of them as well.
That's what I was about to ask. So the shrine is connected to the forest?
No.
All that magic is connected?
It is not. So hard to explain.
Well, the magic
because
that's contained in underneath the shrine, as Ron was telling me, it's all connected underneath the shrine, like way deep down there. That magic part of this right here.
they're separate forces of magic. It's hard to explain, but basically, all across the country of Gula, there are many different types of wild magics that ran rampant hundreds of years, thousands of years.
Who would lead you once you're?
Really hope she's not going to take a long time.
You said.
Well, by the end of this, yes, by the end of it, we won't need a leader. We won't be doing this anymore. over. Hopefully.
Why did Kidway why did he sacrifice himself in the first place?
He was the one that bestowed the protection spell on the fort. Trap wild magic. He was a very powerful druid. It wasn't just him. Him and the whole coven performed the ritual. He just had to give up his essence to do.
The entity or the energy or whatever we spoke to in the tree, it did seem like it wanted to get out. Maybe this is something evil.
It's
It's
not
returning back
it's
to
not
its feral
inherently
ways.
evil. It's more just chaotic. It's not a being, so to
It's not a
speak.
being.
It's more of just concentrated magic and power.
And if we help fix this, will this being named Kidway return to a more calm state?
Yes, theoretically, good. Yeah, that's the main concern.
All right, Bonnet. Well,
There's many other situations all across the country, but that's the main one. Importance.
I
It's so
can
close to the capital.
I can get behind y'all's reason, your reason, but I stand by what I said, and I help you. It's just one way.
If she's
I think in the end you will understand our side more than you do so now.
As long as we keep what I find.
That's catagast.
So out of character, they only care about direction. What direction is Kidway Forest from?
Direction? Or
East, I
direction?
believe.
Direction? It is east.
So what is
East,
west?
maybe northeast. West?
Is there more forest out that way?
There's various grounds that are out that way. It's
West was
it's
Hearthstone, right?
no. East was also
Yeah,
Hearthstone.
east of the forest.
Southeast. Hearthstone southeast of Irish. South of the. Out west, you have a block of land that I think. Yeah, it has a bunch of different places out there, plains, woods, stuff like that. I haven't really.
Tell me, Bonnet. You like your bread?
Okay, bro. Where are you going with this?
I mean, I prefer my bread to be toasted and buttered. Toast.
No hints of blue. Hints of blue or anything? Curious. You guys don't know
What?
blue bonnet butter?
I didn't get it.
Okay, bro.
I was just like, what the fuck?
I was thinking, okay.
I thought you were talking about the mushrooms.
I thought you were gonna be like, well, now you do. I guess charm or some shit like that.
So we
What's-
could just
what's-
convince the town to start logging to the north, west, or south.
Perhaps we could just.
Well, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. Are you talking in character?
In character.
We aren't aware of where all of these ley lines are. Like I said, it's very ancient map.
But we said
not
the
perfect
east was the
records.
most immediate.
This
danger.
is the one that's immediate danger. If we can turn them away from this for now, we can figure out the rest later.
Right, so we try to convince them to go somewhere else.
That could be an option.
Sabotage the operations.
That keeps both sides from killing people.
What does the room smell like? Cooking is.
High dollar tobacco.
That seems like maybe some crappy.
He just picked some of the roots out of the wall.
Yeah, he's smoking some of the vines.
So he's high right now.
Have any extra pie?
Yeah, no, this is my home. No, I did not.
Make me one?
I don't know how to make pie.
I'll join if you make. That's disappointing.
So you said that you would give us
I'll work
tasks.
on it for you.
Well, Nuluthian has tasks of mine that we could use more
You
hands
don't
for.
want one.
I don't.
I got you.
I don't deal out.
I got black.
Nuluthian's the one.
I don't.
So
I'm
I'm sure
I'm
they
gonna
might have
break
covered
some wood
this.
with some
But
and make a
what did Noluthian tell you to
bi-metal
do
by-wood pipe.
if you were to have convinced us?
Well,
Like, what
this
was our
this was
first
my
step?
idea. They encouraged me to just leave with them. Five of you, coaching on. Convince the five of you.
So they had no plan for if we accepted?
No, yeah, I had a plan. If you, I
What
told
would
them
be
I
your
was
first step?
take you to them.
Oh no.
So this is no longer your hideout, right? if we were to give them this spot as like,
we'd have to go. I'm sure we could find some.
because like you said, to be a double agent, we could give them this location, but y'all would be safe if we gave them this location. Right?
Yes, we can adapt.
That can throw them off your trail for if we were to join.
I do hope that you trust me enough to take you to the Luthien and Brags. They won't be.
How far are they?
They aren't going to be. They're pretty far away, but we'll get there pretty quick.
I have teleportation back to you.
That won't be necessary. I appreciate it though.
What's that?
Defer to the group.
I say we
Discuss amongst yourselves. Take some time. I know it's a hard decision to make.
Just curious, did you know I was on the roof?
Oh, God.
Counter question, or next question. Did you know we were camping outside?
Yes.
Did you know I was camping on the roof outside?
No.
Okay.
I've never seen one. I'd amazing.
Okay. Why does she want to protect it? Oh, never mind.
Did you know I'm wearing a mask?
Are you?
I kind of figured.
I'm not.
Ah, damn it. I didn't know how to answer that. Didn't know if you're still wearing that stupid mask. Damn it.
All right.
I'm still wearing my stupid.
Like I
fucking
said,
mask.
discuss amongst yourselves.
Seems like we're gonna be doing this. So okay, but
Yeah.
how do you, they're not gonna
Y'all want to walk
shock
off
us
and
on sight?
No, they know that if I come through with you, if you're planning on a double cross, I would advise against it. Okay.
we just shake our heads. We go all bobbleheads. It could go either way. You know? If we die, we die.
I guess.
Conrad doesn't care.
Okay.
Good.
You all ready to go now? So, Bonnet gets up
Wait.
out of his
Wait.
chair.
Bonner,
Can
do you
I?
know if there's any more treasure around in this dungeon anyway?
There might be.
Or did the
It's a,
Sapphire
it's a big
company
place.
take it all out?
I have no idea who the Sapphire Company is.
I'm gonna be
Probably some
honest,
low life thugs.
I'm tired of fucking doors.
I'm with Catagast.
That's why we have this, and I just like produce fire from my hands.
Takes so long.
And we broke a few doors too.
That's fine.
We broke a lot of doors, burned a lot of shit. I mean,
Uruk's still cursed.
Fine. I was more impressed how handily you dealt with
Wait,
the
do you
Yugoloth.
want your hammer? And can I try to pick it up?
Yes, I was about to ask for that back.
Can I intentionally give myself
Bonnet.
disadvantage?
I put
Do a
it.
strength check there.
I put it on
check.
the end of the table.
I'm intentionally give myself disadvantage. Okay, so
Get there.
Wait, what's he doing?
Trying to pick his hammer up.
that is a 3. Do I drop it?
You don't even lift it up off the ground. And he's like, I appreciate the sentiment. And he just like sticks his hand out, and then it flies to his
a
hand.
fucking Jedi mind trick back to him. Hell yeah.
Bonnet.
Oh, I can do that with my. Ow!
Nice.
Monroe, go over there. Monroe, come back.
Can Noluthian remove curses?
Now applies.
I mean,
Check it out.
if you need a curse removed, I can do that for you, my friend. Is there something wrong?
Yes. I touched this door earlier, and ever since it seems my mind has been clouded. I have a bad feeling about it. I believe I have been cursed, but
You approach him.
do it.
Hands with you.
Touch tips, do it.
Like a faint white glowing comes from. Feel your mind get unclouded from the curse that you had.
So, what exactly are you? You a
I'm a paladin of nature, my friend.
I knew I respected you.
Another fucking nature boy. What do you know?
Oh, did you also take the oath of the ancients?
Indeed, brother.
Good. I'm glad. I am doubly more so.
You should ask if he knows your master.
Do you know of the name Algrim?
Out of character, how prolific was?
I was pretty powerful. Like prolific, what do you mean?
How well known was he?
I would say he's pretty well known. I mean,
Which country were you from? Do you remember this?
I don't know if we talked about that. Can I see a world map real quick?
I don't know if I have one of the world.
Yeah, I don't know if I decided where.
Probably
He led like a coven of. Not coven, but
He
like
was like the leader of one of them.
How long ago did it happen?
I don't have one of the world. I just have
20,
Pretty
30 years
recent.
ago?
I would say pretty recently because I'm only like 20 something.
Oh, like 10 years
Say
ago.
like 3 years ago.
No, I can't. I feel like I've heard that name, but I can't say I knew it personally.
Does anything ring a bell that happened in the past year or so?
We've been quite busy the past year. Personally,
Understood.
but I've heard that name for sure.
Thank you, anyways.
So, along our travels, we heard of a man named Deinicus. You enlighten us about.
You know of
that man?
Deinicus?
We've
Have you heard from him?
We've only heard about him. We heard the Naluthian was looking for him.
Our investigation took us or gave us many leads. Deinicus was
All
one of them.
three of us
They
have been
told us that
looking for him.
you were hunting.
No, you were looking for vengeance while searching for him.
Vengeance.
Of course, they would spin it that way.
Vengeance at him? Is there vengeance?
No,
You seem as if it's urgent, and you don't know where he is, though.
when the Luthian started to go down this more fortunate, dark path, hopefully we get back from. He disagreed with her just as I did, even more so, and left the group. I understood. I was devastated by it, but I understood why. We've been trying to find him.
So, do you think if we bring Deinicus back, maybe we could have a better chance at bringing Naluthian back to her former, more level-headed self, possibly?
I'm not so sure. He left because she was becoming more rash. So
Smart man.
might help. I don't know. He understood where she was coming from. A lot like the five of you do, but he just agreed with what she was doing to a point where he couldn't be part of it at all. So he fled. He fled to Shagashin, attempted to find him. Fortunately, the trail went cold there. I don't know what happened to him. Haven't heard from him since. I will say though, I have a sneaking suspicion it was around that time that they started focusing more on these areas where the magic seemed to be being contained. So maybe working for them somehow. I don't know why he would.
Might have turned tides.
I'm not sure. He was a believer in our cause. He just didn't agree with the method. So I just have a hard time believing.
Maybe he found a way around the problem.
Somebody else.
He was foolish like that. He thought there was a way to. I'm sure he thought there was a way to control power like this. There is no way.
Or maybe somebody else has his mind. And
I don't know. It'd be better if we could find him, but unfortunately, no, that's not the prerogative, right?
I like to.
I'm ready
Feel
to go.
free.
whenever.
The Luthian and Braggs are willing to wait and for as long as it takes.
So the first one. Are y'all working with Ron from the main?
Oh no.
he doesn't even know him.
And well, Ron, I remember him when we were looking for Deinicus. No, we didn't require his assistance.
They look at you and be like, guys, my number one lead. Gotta apologize to Ron. I was a dick.
After you.
I'm not so sure he would have assisted us, even if we did.
So how did y'all make a quick escape from the Colosseum?
Oh, it's quite simple. Ever seen a tree token?
No.
So there's these nifty little magical items. Wooden token. Throw it at the ground. Tree will pop up. Luthien had to just get us out of the town real quick. They're a little uncommon.
Got one.
Hey, can you
Right
travel
now,
through
I do? No, I
trees?
do not.
What?
Can you travel through trees?
Me?
Do you make trees?
I just want one of those tokens, to be honest. If you had one.
I mean, I think it's one of her spells that allows her to travel through.
I know. I got a
Yes,
firm
we
grasp
just-
of that. I just want one of those.
You just want to plant trees everywhere.
Can you imagine just throwing one down, climbing it, jumping off with a hammer attack? Pretty sweet.
They're quite useful for throwing them just at enemies' feet. It's quite funny.
So you're gonna use them?
Stop points, or like what he just said. I don't have my tower.
Also useful for you roguish
Yeah.
types
I'm gonna
to
start like
get some
writing
instant
in my
cover.
book.
Very useful item if you
I
come
can
across them.
get down with attaining whatever
Tree
you said.
token.
Token of trees.
I like the plan.
Before we
Yeah, what's
teleport,
your
let
second
me take a
question?
quick bathroom.
That was it.
Oh,
How they
was
got
it?
away.
Oh, in Well Ryan, how they got away.
We're just
So
taking
are we
intermission
gonna take a
real
quick break? We'll quickly get into that.
I don't know. I just gotta blow my nose.
Oh,
I mean, it's like 2:20. An hour.
yeah, we'll just take a quick.
We'll be back.
Yeah, that's what
because
I'm
he
saying.
was. Yeah.
mean,
I have it.
Mexican
I read
suit
it.
like he
I
had.
have it at my house actually.
Henry Cavill or Cavill.
I'm pretty sure I
borrowed it
He's,
from
he's
you to
done
read.
with Superman.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Probably did.
I think so.
I thought
If you,
Henry Cavill's not always Superman.
he was
Again,
a
it's
good
Zack
Superman.
Snyder. fucking-
I don't think that's. I don't
I'm really
know
hoping he
why
does
he
better.
left. I think
I
it was
bet
like
Geralt of
negotiations.
Rivia.
fell through.
I hope he does better than Geralt of Rivia.
I'm sure he's apparently a huge
Honestly,
fan
he
of the
wasn't.
series.
Yeah, he's
He
supposed
wasn't
to,
my
so-
pick for it. I wanted somebody actually old to play Geralt.
Yeah, but he played. He like is a suit,
Yeah, he is a.
so he like want to do it just.
Yeah.
I still wanted Mads Milk.
Who's
Nicholson.
that?
Oh yeah.
They could still have someone really cool do.
He's
They could play his teacher.
What's his
trying to
yeah,
give
that's
you,
what I'm trying to think.
Boromir.
Have you seen the Doctor Strange movie?
plays the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the main villain.
He's the main villain. Oh, okay.
Did you ever watch the Hannibal series?
Yeah,
He plays Hannibal.
Oh,
That's Mads Milk.
okay. What, are you talking about like
Yeah,
Hannibal
I can
Rising
see
and
that.
stuff? Yeah. Okay.
No, that's the movie. It's the show.
You're talking about the show.
He's
Yeah,
also the
isn't he a
villain in
Bond
Casino
villain?
I
Royale.
know. I know you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Casino
didn't know he was a
Royale.
villain in
Right
Casino
over.
Royale.
He's a
He's
villain.
a
I don't know
villain.
if
Yeah.
he's
A
the main.
villain.
He's not the main
He
villain.
like
but he's
tortures
one
him
of them,
and
though. Yeah.
whacks him in the nuts and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Does in that movie he also scroll card?
Pretty
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
He's already been that way.
He's already been.
I'm telling you.
He would have been good, dude. He would have been really good. I think he's got a really good voice for it too.
No, for sure.
Very good Geralt voice.
Should be a caster.
Too bad.
I'm
you're
telling you,
barbarian.
dude. Like, they should just start posting it on the internet. Like, who do you want to play this? And then they just go with whatever people vote for.
So they
because,
should
like,
read Reddit.
That's not a good idea.
basically, yes.
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, like, obviously, you don't like who should play, like, I don't know, Fat Albert, and then you pick like Robert Pattinson. They obviously shouldn't
Actually.
do that, you know.
Did you not hear about that movie coming out? Dude?
I would pay to see that.
I just wanted to stretch my acting chops and everything.
Robert Downey Jr. did blackface. Why can't I?
I'm playing.
Never
a,
go
He did
for-
pretty
never go
damn
for
good
it.
at it.
I'm playing a dude.
You gotta own that
playing
role if you
another
want to do
dude.
that.
Playing another dude. Hell yeah.
We were
That shit
him,
was fun
him
as
and
well.
Tobey Maguire, like the gay priest or whatever.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dude impersonator, dude.
Celery, bro.
You like celery? This is what you would look like kissing another dude.
I got some banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah.
Alright.
Did you eat banana bread at work?
We're back.
Yeah, we're
Quoted in
back.
a video.
I don't know that video.
Are we,
Are we back already?
Yeah, we're back.
Dang, I was gonna show him that video.
We've been back for a while.
Alright, yeah.
Oh.
Are we going to ask any more questions of Bonnet Shay? He'd be
On it. Tell us.
You have allies in the city.
We do, as you saw at the Goulash Bash, there are protesters, but they're not exactly what we want to represent.
Do you know anything about the black market that is in Chagrishan? Like, what are the rules? Because the guy that we talked to didn't seem like he was very cooperative.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'll lean over the table and be like, yeah, what the fuck is up with those people? That's fucking strange.
We don't, we've never really dealt with him.
You're a
He's-
shady terrorist organization if you've never
not
dealt
that
with the black
shady.
market.
We don't really.
They blew up a coliseum. I would call that pretty shady.
Yeah, he felt
I'd
like,
call that pretty unshady. Like that's
I
pretty
mean, they were.
blatant.
They weren't covering who they were.
No, okay.
They did it
I'm
pretty
sorry. I'm
openly.
using the term shady.
It doesn't
a little
exactly
loosely.
scream subtlety.
Yeah.
We came across him when we were searching for Deinecas, of course, because we don't want to be in some of the shadier parts of the city. But yeah, your guess is as good as mine. That guy's weird. I don't.
We're gonna
Don't
figure this
know.
out because I want some items.
As far as I can tell, if you know what you want, he can give it to you. But
He asked for something. No.
No,
be
we
fair,
asked
he's
to
just
see
really
some stuff, and when we
condescending
didn't know what
about
it
it.
was, he wouldn't tell us what it was.
like I said, I don't know everything about the guy.
He's really condescending. Like, if you want something, he's like, oh, really? That's.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what he considers worthy of the black market. Yeah, he gave us the same treatment. Like we tried to ask for information about Deinecas. very condescending about it. He's like, "Oh, you want information about that guy? He works for the government. What do you want to know?" That's what led us to believe, like, maybe.
Yeah, it's
we don't
like-
know if we can trust the guy.
He gives you some blanket statement and then leaves you to figure the rest out. It's like,
Yeah. it's
You know what
weird.
magic he was
okay.
using?
Not any kind of magic that we use. Probably some kind of arcane of some sort.
He has
Dynacus
some
would know
familiar,
about it.
right?
Yeah, the homunculus.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have no more questions.
I presume
Um,
he's stationed somewhere outside the city or somewhere else because obviously he doesn't stay there. Very strange, man.
Do you have any
Dragon
other
Board.
headquarters besides around here?
I'm sorry,
Do you have any more headquarters besides around the section of the forest?
not kind of just. You try not to stay inside.
What do you say? Say I have another question. What do you know about the very fancy looking house in Hostone?
Probably some.
No
I
idea.
don't know. Never really thought to ask. I'm not even. Probably some government.
Some gold or
It's tiny.
Oh, he's in hope. No, the what? You have a point.
It's a host of no.
This is the last place. Yeah, look, it'd be on the table. He's not that.
Nah, we're pretty confident he's somewhere in Shigershin. Matter of finding him.
Oh, you're ready to leave.
Yeah,
Let's
we're ready to
get
go.
going.
Oh, so
We butterfly out of here.
He snuffs out his.
Butterfly?
He snuffs out his little pipe while he's staring at you. Comes away. All right, let's go then.
I think the madness is getting to him. Do you want to see if you can cure his curse or something?
I don't think your friend's curse. I think he's funny.
That is a curse, my friend.
All right. Just for clarity's
For
sake,
you.
now that you were all
There
talking
it
to him
is.
and you can look at him more head on, you can tell that, the armor he's wearing seems rather plain. Very dark metal, but it has nothing on it but sigil on the front of it.
Is it a piece of bread?
Does he seem a loaf when I look at him?
And the sigil that's on the front of his armor, which fortunately everybody knows, it is presumably the sigil of the Emerald of the Emerald Way, and it's comprised of a vine and human or humanoid hand reaching together and touching each other at an angle. The tree underneath it. It seems to show the full side profile of the tree growing beneath. And you see he's also donned in a green cloak, but it has a hood, but he's not. He definitely does seem to be an older gentleman.
What kind of
And
hammer is it?
a two-handed war. Oh, what does the hammer look like? The
What is
hammer.
it special?
Well, I mean, it seems to be special since you called it to him, and it does look special as well. It seems to
It's fucking Jedi mind.
It's made of it is made of metal completely, but the handle seems to be carved in such a way to make it look like it's some type of tree. And then the head of the hammer seems pretty ordinary, except for on the two sides of it. On one side, there seems to be a sun that seems to be in like full effect, very bright, and on the other side seems to be a ram. High profile. Slings harness you have a cloak. He starts to walk towards this door. So you
Follow him.
he opens up the door and I'm not gonna bother drawing it out, there's no point. On the other side of the door, you see The door opens up to a room that's roughly 3 by 3 of these squares, so like 15 by 15. And he explains to you while he's opening the door. This room here itself was where the Emerald Way would meet. And this was Kidwee's room. He hardly ever left the unless he was out doing whatever the group was. He usually stayed in his room for a very long time. And in the room itself, it seems very disheveled and old. Collapsed bed.
This room's marginally shittier than the other room.
Yeah. It has shelves and stuff that probably at one time held any old texts or maybe poultices and stuff. But in taking up this corner over here, you see a tree that's just shooting straight through the roof of the vines.
Token.
No, this was actually the tree that Kiwi used to help you go wherever he needed to go. And if you look at the tree, you see there is a door, like not cut out of it, but cut into the tree rather. And this is the one that we will be taking to with Naluthian and Braggs. Naluthian's already set up where it's going to end up at. We'll be meeting them soon.
Is it always connected?
No, Naluthian's just set it up to be.
So was this Quay's room?
Yes.
Endless.
I see you loot
Yeah,
around.
he was very minimal. Yeah, good.
Natural 20.
Whoo, baby.
Don't.
No.
There's nothing here.
No, you do. Like you said, it is a very minimalist room. 20. What could you spot that a normal person would?
You see something under
It's taped to the other side of the shelf.
I'm gonna message Laz. Yeah.
Yes.
Tell you what. If you rifle through the bookcases and shelves that he had, through all the decrepit, old, and degraded sheets of paper and stuff, you find what seems to be a very loosely bound together series of pages that are hard to make out because how old they are, but they do seem important in some sense that they are bound together, and they do seem to denote different areas around the country of. Next.
So Bonnet Shade just.
Do you just take it, or do you try to like hide it when you take
He said he didn't care.
it? I mean, he didn't mention.
Well, he also said I could find what I keep.
Keep what you
But
find.
he is going to ask you then.
Keep what
Did
you
you find
find.
something of interest there, friend?
The book.
Look. I hope it helps you with whatever we're doing here.
So do I.
Alright. Yep, he opens up
Like,
the
you want to
tree.
see it?
I mean, if you're willing to share, yes.
Sure.
Alright, so he takes it, he flips through it.
Find more.
Well, it seems to be maps of Gula. I'm not really sure this could help, but
Sound
see, they seem to be pointing out locations of some kind. Maybe it's
Perhaps.
various meeting locations for the governor. I don't really.
Perhaps.
Luthien was more specialized in this kind of stuff than I was.
the
I'll
locations
show her the
of
book.
magical sources.
That's what I was thinking.
And how we might have missed it when we were. Your height advantage. It might have helped. Disadvantage.
It's an advantage.
In this case, an advantage.
Anyway,
Nice being 2'11" sometimes.
It's always nice.
3 foot.
I can fit where you cannot.
Yeah, it's 3 foot.
Know what you guys are talking about.
Alright, he opens up the door.
Oh,
And-
are you ready?
Open it, and you can look through it, and you do
Are
see
you
a
ready?
portal, and it looks like a great tree of Kibwe's on the other side of the portal.
With the great tree kid.
It looks like it.
I don't know if we should go in there.
No, I'm sure it's safe. Wherever she connected to, I'm sure.
I'm going last. Portal.
Just walking through.
Do you walk
Do
in
I
first?
see Craig
or-
Wall?
It seems like he's gesturing for you guys to go first.
Do I see Cragdaddies?
Well, yeah, once he goes through.
All right,
Can you
I'll
hear me?
follow.
Grandma!
Well, after Cragma goes in, he quickly goes in to assure them that it's okay. And you see both of them on that side, and yeah, you hear him. You can see them, but you can't hear them, of course. Looks like he's gesturing. Rags. They weren't immediately in front, but it is one of the trees that's on the outskirts of Great Tree of Kidwing.
Gonna stare through the portal at them. I'm not gonna wave. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna stare at them.
Last
I'm gonna look
cast. You're going. I'm going last.
I'm gonna look at last.
And a bonnet walks over to Nothian and Braggs, and they're having a conversation.
I'll go ahead and walk through there, Cragdaddies. I'll follow Crackmaw out. I'll have my hand.
I'm
Out
just
through,
not
little
gonna
buddy.
show any signs of.
Fine, I'll go through.
Stay
I'm not-
calm.
I'm not worried at all.
Everybody stay calm.
I'll go through.
They're just kind of. Bonnet seems like he's just playing.
Hey, Lothian! Hello! I got this book. Probably find it interesting. You're welcome. You guys suck at searching.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh
we should
my-
make proper.
So many
introductions
emotions
first.
all at once.
She seems just interested when you call out at her. She just kind of ignores you, but when you hold up the book, she seems more interested in. After Bonnet, she seems to be ignoring Bonnet now. Talking to her. And she approaches you. Speaks. She doesn't seem to pay mind to anybody else walking through at this point. You find this? Idwee's room. Interesting.
Could be
No.
abused.
You know what the purpose of it.
My friend Yurik over here assumed that hands all assumed that it was locations of magic enough for the look.
Very well, Mike. Nice to meet all of you. I'm glad that Bonnet could convince you to join our side. I was worried that the worst might happen. But sometimes he does have some good ideas.
He seems to be the only one out of you three that has good ideas.
I'm sorry.
He's referring to the slaughter of hundreds of.
Oh, you mean?
By the way, was it really that many?
It wasn't. It was dozens of people. Hundreds. It was dozens of people. to
Hundreds of
clarify.
thousands.
So you counted them?
No, I was saying.
I don't care.
But but did you count
But
them
anyway,
as you mourned every single one of them?
Instead of hundreds.
As we know
dozens.
you did,
Sorry.
Naluthian.
they.
She definitely did.
I message you and be like, I don't even know this bitch.
Was it heavy or is it heavy?
Shut up, she's.
Feel it.
I understand your frustration and confusion with the action that I've taken. In fact, it puts your very lives at risk. So I'm very surprised that you decided to join us on our side.
What does she look?
What does she look like?
I think she's a
She's a wood elf, and yes, she is.
redheaded wood elf, right?
No, gray hair.
No, gray hair.
Yeah, very long gray hair, and she is in fact, by traditional standards, very beautiful. She, I don't know how old she's considered in
No.
wood elf. In wood elf years.
Flex on her life.
Shut up, she's mine. Taking my mask off.
That's not gonna help.
See how it is.
I miss your
Cragdaddies
tentacles.
with the
Is it because I
zingers.
don't have a beard anymore?
Here.
Is that why?
This
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. I can't grow one.
Y'all don't have
You
a
couldn't
beard.
grow one before.
Fucking judge me.
Y'all don't have a beard where it
I
counts.
had a beard before.
Zoltan, I'm starting to
You had-
think you're
you
thinking
had
with
noodles
the wrong
growing
guy.
out.
Yeah, think about it.
There were
I had.
First of all, they were fantastic tendrils.
I assure you, I tried peaceful means. Wouldn't listen. Only caused this to happen upon him.
Who did you speak to?
The general public, nobody seems to want to take my word. Now, I assume the five of you are here to assist.
Yes.
You said you tried with the general public officials.
They've made up their mind. They don't want to listen to what I have to say. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she seems very, very passionate and frustrated about this situation. They would listen to her. enough of it.
Well, not
Well,
that
my
I
friends-
condone this, but why not just try to assassinate the higher ups instead of the general public?
Excuse me.
Well, that was the initial plan, but unfortunately, nature is quite moody and hard to control in the best of times. So there were unfortunate casualties of war.
Luthien, I'd like to make one thing very clear. The only reason that I am here, and I don't speak for the rest of the group, the only reason that I'm here is because your comrade, Mr. Bonnet Shea, has convinced me to help for now. I will tell you what I told him when all of this is said and done, because I do understand the cause. But when all of this is said and done, once we help you and everything, you will be brought to justice.
If we do not achieve what we are trying to, this whole country will be brought to justice and reduced to nothing but a primal clash of various magics and destruction.
And that is why we are here.
That's a little more important than a couple of civilians' lives that were in a, quite frankly, very
Needlessly standing by as this country is being.
not only that, thank you. Not only that, but also
I'm with it, dude. I'm with it.
Ignorance is bliss,
Um,
especially in the minds of common folk.
What's the term? An unnecessary waste of such resources and so easily manipulated. It's so frustrating.
As
You
I
just
said,
listen.
ignorance is bliss, especially in the minds of common folk.
You're enjoying a nice day off, trying to enjoy some food, and somebody just turns you to ash. with
Not every-
lightning.
Well, if you mean the judges, they are just at fault. I do
No,
not feel any
not the
sympathy
judges.
for them.
No, those would be the
Save my
higher ups.
plates. Waterfall.
I'm upset that one of them got away. Next,
Not everyone has powers as you and I.
Wait, which one got away?
well, if you guys recall, one of them. Anyway, so do the five
it was
of
an
you-
elf ring.
Sorry?
Elf ring.
got it. Who?
I don't know. I have.
Isn't that who you
Sorry.
water with?
Yeah.
Water
Probably
with something.
Bragg
No,
or
no.
Bragg.
Braggs is
Braggs
a human. He's
Braggs
like
is
standing in
human.
the back. He's not talking to me. He's taking to
Yeah,
himself.
you did water whip.
Hey, Brax.
Yeah, you water with Braggs.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Rex.
have something written right here. It says Elf Ranger
He didn't
disappeared,
he didn't seem to
sepulcher
care to
of
talk to any of
dismal
you.
evil.
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
What the fuck?
Anyway. So I assume
That's what-
Fauna has informed all of you on media task. The by the way, you're in the clearing with the Great Tree of Kidwee, and it doesn't seem to be interacting with him.
Wait, now roll a college. Which one of them got away?
Which one of the judges?
Yeah.
Sure. If you want to try to remember what they look like. Intelligence.
Legend?
We'll go with
13.
you remember they were a tiefling, that's about it.
Tiefling.
Yeah.
I'd be
Who's
like,
that? Tiefling that got away.
Yeah, he's a higher ranking official.
hey, Brax. Nice shoes. I roll persuasion. You want to talk?
Go ahead.
Persuasion.
Oh my god.
Natural one.
Yeah.
Yes.
What'd you say about my shoes?
He
You what?
yeah, he just kind of looks at you with disdain. Can't make up his because you guys like it's over. Yeah, he's kind of.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thought.
Do they get a saving throw on that? What does it do exactly?
I get to know like what's on his basic mind right now. If I choose to look deeper, then they can make a saving
Yeah.
throw.
In his mind, he's like, Yeah, the shoe's looking better going up your ass right now, you bastard.
Wow.
You look a little frustrated there, Cragdaddies.
My ass is too tight for his shoes.
Oh, what?
He just says that. Like,
Yeah, what?
Wear you like a slipper.
You say that out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Did that guy say that out loud?
No.
Like a slipper. What the fuck is going on right now?
I'm
Anyway.
just gonna like period.
So I guess two of you were locked in the staring contest.
Yeah.
Can we see
yes.
the like lightning trickling back?
Yeah, sure. But yeah, so yeah, she states like I assure Bonnet has filled you all in on what the immediate situation is.
Dude, he has.
He buttered us up a little bit.
They're doing this for all of Gula, right? What's the name of that? I keep forgetting the name of the city.
Aggression?
Shagerson's
Shag-
capital.
I keep
of
wanting to say
Gula.
Sheogorath because too much Elder Scroll.
Fuck yeah.
I keep thinking that. Like I've already forgotten
anyway.
it again. I think it's
Shagorath.
Shagershin.
Shagershin.
Are they doing it for Shagershin or for Gula?
What do you mean, are they?
They're trying to reach the forest. Trying to protect the
Oh, it is for the whole country of Gula.
whole country.
So our goal is to make it where we live in harmony with these protective magics out here. We have to realize expanding too far to
What about the entire leader of Gula?
Ray. As far as I can tell, he's just a fool that does not know what thinks he's doing the right thing. I do not know. I hope that's the case. I hope that is really benevolent cause, because then it situation. But if that is not the case, then he will have to be dealt with. I don't know
Just
why
in
he
a
would
humane
want to
manner.
disrupt. I don't know why he would want to. Very foolish.
I send my owl up. You like wreck? I like wreck.
Yeah, you're in the
She
clearing.
told us we're right.
Oh, okay.
He seems very dormant right now for some reason.
So where is this leader of Gula at?
Right?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I assume he's somewhere in
Somewhere.
the last time he was seen in public was giving that speech thing.
Why don't you just go talk to him?
I can't set foot in that city. Get arrested on the site, if not executed on site. I mean, right.
Well, I mean, literally nobody knows what you look like except for like us.
They have our. Yep.
Yeah.
What pictures?
I'm pretty sure they were wanted posters posted.
From our description, though.
From everybody that survived the.
The only
We're probably the closest, yes. People.
the posters look like y'all. Seen them?
They look big. Notices that.
So,
Anyway,
Bonnet was telling us that Dinonicus may have been part of the government, and Murray may not be as foolish as led on to be. Maybe Dinonicus may be behind Murray.
I wouldn't be surprised
Magic so-
if Deinecus is somehow convinced Ray that the power can be harnessed. His means are well, his intentions are well, like he has good intentions, but foolish. It's not possible. That's why we were trying to get him to come back to see reason. There's no way to control that is. What he thinks he figured out.
You seem to have Kidway under control right now.
Oh no, he's not bothering with.
What if we could get you
Or
to the
it.
account? One of those two.
Or also, as far as I understand it, they're planning to hold an agent of some sort.
That's an idea. I,
Where? We are?
my plan
Bunch of
when
guys.
as
That's what
well.
you were talking about earlier, right?
Why are you saying you guys?
Yeah.
You well, right?
I mean,
He's already joined up with them.
Yeah.
He's leaving our group and
I think
roaming
we've all
with them.
decided to help out.
I mean, my plan was to assign you all with a task immediately happening, whether foresting, out west, deal with that. But if you have a better idea, more than open to suggestion.
Just suggest. Okay.
It seems perfectly viable. What's the end game, though? To act quickly before they continue taking down this forest.
When you get in there, you find out what Marie. Stop.
Her way of convincing would be reducing him to ash. So
If he's a bad
he
guy.
he won't listen to me regardless of what I try to tell him, I'm sure. So either way, he's going.
Mostly just down.
to jail, prison, somewhere.
To be fair, you also
Sure.
have our friend Catagast here, who can read his mind, and anytime you ask him a question, he might be able to know every answer.
Yeah, what's she thinking about?
He's she's think. Is that a spell that you have to cast?
It lasts a minute. Yeah, I cast it.
He's thinking of why she's bothering with this right now.
Are we giving like viable? We're giving her an in.
Do any of you
Too
know
many good ideas.
about Murray? Do any of you know anything about him? Exactly. Nobody knows where he came from, why he got into power. Everybody just started liking him, voted him in, became powerful. Why? Isn't that suspicious? Five of you at
Yeah,
all?
so let's go find out.
Like we're giving you an opportunity that we can get in there and
Exactly. And he's basically a walking lie detector.
If I set foot in the city of Shagerston,
We'll protect you. And so
you
will
won't be
Bonnie's
able
Brags.
to
Yeah, don't say we in there.
protect me. If I can't stop whatever they throw at me, none of you can. I guarantee you that.
It's not to strengthen them.
It might help, but they will not stop the power of.
To be fair, I thought that once before.
Let's cut through all this. What is the task that you have for us that you were thinking? You said something about the deforestation.
Well, like I said, there are a group of loggers out west. They need to be dealt with. So, task start there.
We could
Set
sabotage
up a
their
base of
equipment.
operations.
That's what I'm
Not
calling
allow them.
sabotage.
Not allow them to come any closer.
I could take their axes. Go.
Eventually, set up a front line.
If we do this, we'll be in direct confrontation with the country.
Yes, I would advise you to kill them all. So you.
Of course, you.
but we're not doing that.
I don't have to kill them. I can just. Gas can turn me invisible and I can sabotage their equipment.
For
That's
fire, maybe.
a quick fix at the moment.
There
Sure.
are other ways besides.
If you get
murder.
caught,
But
you have to kill them.
You don't know me.
that will only stall them. But so will killing them. Because
Yeah,
if
they
we kill
will. They
them,
will send more workers.
they'll just send more people to work for them.
So
We
then
need
once
to
you're
find
back-
something that will stop them.
The idea to interact with Murray and figure out his true intentions is an admirable one, and I appreciate the sentiment. I would love for that to happen.
Why don't we just flood the area? Got endless.
Good.
You have endless water.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, she.
I speak.
Flood the
Oh,
whole area.
well, that's handy.
It's
Um,
endless water.
Yes.
It's literally called the.
Like I
Dictator
could
of
just
endless
fucking
water.
like geyser.
Yeah, but, like-
geyser.
oh, can you do-
geyser,
can you do that
geyser,
repeatedly?
Geyser.
Okay, never
Yes,
mind.
It takes like 8 seconds for 30 gallons of water to shoot out.
Pretty powerful. It's a very powerful item. Well, we could try it your way.
Sneak me in there with it.
So with this
no one
whole-
would ever know.
What are we
Water
doing?
would just be
Are we
coming out of the
actually
air.
flooding it?
We'll. How about we tackle that when we get there?
Need a plan before we get there. That'd be awesome.
I mean,
So this whole double agent thing, Cragmaw suggested that because we are I'm sure you know this already. We have been pretty much hired to track you guys down.
Where?
To throw them off your trail, can we tell them that there was the old hideout? Or
Yes,
can you
all
guys
means.
have somewhere else to go for now?
Yes, we'll find another place.
I have ideas.
And
Well-
we'll find you.
Oh,
We need your help.
I'm sure. Told us that you guys have been watching us.
Brags is quite good.
What if we act as double agents to go help deforestize over in the west, and we party our asses off with the whole crew so hard that they can't work?
If you wish,
You have unlimited water, not
the
ale.
Luthian,
Who says I can't find one for ale?
sorry, Bonnet, Braggs, and I, we can we can stop the deforesting of western side, no problem. We were just gonna task the 5 of you with that while I try to figure out
What were you
how to
gonna,
deal with this
what were you gonna do? to
tree
solve
here.
it?
But the idea of the double agents and going in, finding out about Murray is a good one, and I would like to end this quickly,
Well, that's
as
something
opposed
else.
to just fighting multiple wars. Although, if we can also recruit people, then I wouldn't feel so bad about these little skirmishes that we have to do.
Well, we can work on, if you want us to do some tasks for you, it's understandable. We can work on that maybe, and then finding out about Murray could be a side endeavor, perhaps.
Give me a moment. And she walks away to discuss with Bonnet and Brad. And wish to discuss amongst yourselves.
What do you guys consider to be the most important task?
Bringing Luthian
Understandable.
to justice.
Finding out about
Hooray.
I'll take that
people.
back.
Hey,
It's
Brax!
a good question.
Can you turn invisible? Why don't you just walk up in there?
Take that back. I think the most important thing
ignoring
is
you.
solving this whole magical dysfunction going on.
Hey, Brax!
That's what I believe to be the most
Second.
important thing here.
Second, bringing
They're
in
still
Luthian
ignoring
to
you.
justice. I think you're thinking with the wrong head, Zoltan.
What were y'all
I
talking
missed
about?
it. What? Anyway.
I believe that if these magics get out of control, that they can entire country, and if so,
If they exist.
possibly the entire world. But we've seen Kidwee. We know how Kidwee
I
acts.
don't know. Turns out.
Couldn't all the leaders of the Matrix probably handle that? One Drew is trying to handle.
Yeah,
Maybe she
fine.
doesn't know what she's doing.
Maybe not.
idea.
Maybe they are on the wrong.
I don't know, man.
Alright. So,
Just
after
an
they're done
outsider
convening with
looking
each other, Bana walks over to the 5 of you. He's like, alright, I think we're kind of butting our heads against the wall here. Luthian, I'm going to be the in-between. Suss this out. So, we have one of 2 options here, essentially. Either we're going to start a rebellion. That's what this is going to escalate. There's no other way about it. Or we end it now and we try to find a way to get Murray out of power. Or full war. One of those 2 options.
I like getting Murray out of power.
That's the one. That's what I voted at the beginning. I said that shit.
Okay.
It was my idea.
But to be fair, revolution.
If we were going to do that, we would need many more people, of course.
Brags know anything about
Yes. So, Braggs has indeed could have done some reconnaissance. But even as skilled as he is, very hard to get that close to Murray. He does go out and do goodwill. I don't know how you put it. He's very
Give himself
very much a
publicity.
philanthropist. Goes out and he assists. He gets his own hands dirty. I will say he does seem quite like a quite admirable leader.
Do you believe him to be
That
just
way.
ignorant?
But when he wants to be alone, he's hard to get around. Do I believe he's ignorant?
Ignorant to these magics going on. Maybe he's getting at something.
If Deinecus is working for him, he is most certainly not ignorant.
Understood.
And if he is bought into Deinecus's idea of being able to control the magics, then he is indeed a fool.
But if Deinecus isn't a part of this, you believe that he probably knows not of any.
I would hope so. I would.
Agmar brought up a good point earlier. And if one druid is controlling this event, powerful people, Dagger shouldn't be able to do it as well.
Possibly, if they're willing to make the sacrifice that he did.
Don't think they
I don't know. That's not my wheelhouse. Iwi was very powerful, and it took him and the whole covenant of the Emerald Way successfully seal these magics, and it took the sacrifice of his life to do
Which
so.
would probably be more. How many druids are?
Possibly. I don't know if Naluthian plans on making contact with other druids to try to attempt some kind of ritual again. I think she's trying to figure all that out on her own. What she has planned.
Is Bonnet talking right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fine.
So was Naluthian part of the Emerald Way?
Plus.
I already figured that out.
Yeah, we did.
She's a powerful. Is she
Yes.
willing to give up?
Yes, she is more than willing. She still needs more. As so I would hate for her to have to do that, but if that's what it takes, then
Do
to
Her
successfully make sure
Oh.
that
These magics stay under control.
if that is the case, we will. That's why we want to try to slow down this deforestation so we can do it last and so we can all be together to make sure everything is beforehand.
So then, what if we just get a bunch of these fucking tree tokens? Just start throwing them around the Kidway Forest to make him calm back down.
Reforestation, so to speak.
With
They
the
probably
tokens.
don't have enough.
I mean, it's very small scale. I don't know how much of a big difference that would make. If we get a lot of people doing it, then yes, but I don't know how it will work.
What if we go back to the mages? Go to all of them and send out emissaries, and we get them to come help with this ritual. She gives up her life. The worst is good, right? In theory.
Yes, good luck convincing them.
It's
If
our
you go in
problem.
there trying to talk like that, I assure you they will quickly associate you with us.
And we'll probably.
Possibly, I don't know how
Or
harsh that they
But
would
maybe
treat
if we
you.
it's somehow dangerous, this is gets out of.
Well, maybe, you know what? Maybe while you were here looking for, explain how the forest itself seems to be growing more chaotic. Could work. Be more. Try to exclude our.
We're playing both sides. We can't. Technically, we're really only playing one side.
If you can give them enough information where they can see you very important, an audience, you might be an audience with Murray himself.
But without
Be
associating
very
ourselves.
beneficial. Sorry?
Can't associate ourselves with guys.
No, definitely not.
who
Unless
we
you're
talk
willing
to?
to.
Who do we talk to first to in such audience? No.
The woman that gave you what's her name?
Grismelberg.
Grismelberg,
Yes. He would be the person to report to. I know she is the lead of the investigation. Report to her the findings you have here. You can persuade her just the right way. Maybe we can get you guys further up the chain. If you guys can talk to Murray, maybe learn something about him, personal level, maybe figure out.
So, do you want us to do that, or
Exactly
deal
trying
with
to
the
do.
deforestation?
what race? Is
I would
Murray?
prefer you do this. I could go out there and deal with this deforestation.
What race is Murray? Out of character.
Murray? Murray seems to just be a human male.
Seems.
Seems.
Laugh. Somebody on the roof.
Suggesting I seduce Murray.
Yeah. You're quite the femme fatale that I know.
Not very good at deceiving people.
You're quite good at seducing them.
Haven't I already met Murray?
You've all kind of met him. He
We
gave a
heard him.
speech in front of you.
Okay.
Not really met him personally. He was very well guarded, and he gave the speech and left pretty promptly.
Probably
Sorry.
had bitches to go fuck.
Total chat.
Good
So,
luck, fuck
I could
that
if
try
we-
to seduce him.
I don't know why Naluthian insists on the 5 of you. Maybe she wants you to prove your loyalty or something. I don't know, but I can go deal with that. No issue.
With what?
The loggers
logging thing?
out here. Yeah,
Oh.
they're trivial. She doesn't see. I think she's more focused on the small picture. Right? We can end this swiftly with a lot less bloodshed.
So you can handle the logging on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is there anybody that lived in the forest? Figure.
Personally, maybe some hermits.
Because
that
they're
live
gonna
here or
wonder
something.
why or how we got all this information. So maybe I was thinking we ran into a druid of the forest. I don't know if they're gonna believe
I
just
mean,
got this.
Because in the forest of the great tree of Kidwee is somewhat well. They'll accept the fact that you learned it from.
What
Maybe I can
about
figure it out myself? Like roll Arcana. Did I roll a critical 20?
On what?
We were talking about left the great tree of Kidwee. I was asked after he was
You rolled an
corrected.
natural 20 something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of explained how these were working. Yeah.
Yeah.
what about saying we found papers inside Kidway's old place talking about how dangerous all this magic is?
There
Y'all
is
draw-
that map that your friend found. The Luthian seemed to think it was.
Well, it's just maps. What if we had papers saying how dangerous all this stuff is? What y'all could write that up. I can't write.
We could
Make it look like Kidway.
we can make it look
Years
really
ago.
old.
Yeah.
I
Take a
don't
fire
know
and
if
like
forgery would be the
make it
best
look
course
really
of
old.
action.
Dip the paper in a bunch of water like that.
Couldn't,
Like I said, the map
yeah.
that Cragdaddies found, it seems like Luthian thinks it's rather important. It might be relevant in that it points out where these hotbeds are. I don't know if Murray even knows who Kidway is. He might. I assume he has access to some of the best records that are possible. Assume he would know. And if you have this to show, then maybe we can get him. Maybe we can convince him to join our side. If we can do that, then it's all over.
I don't
done.
see how that expresses how dangerous this magic getting out.
We should make it our
Okay, I
first
see what
order
you mean.
to see if
Like you
Danicus
see-
is.
Yeah.
Is his name
Influencing
Briggs
him.
or Braggs?
Yeah,
This
I
guy
agree.
is Bono.
Yeah.
No,
Braggs isn't talking to you.
Braggs.
Oh, Braggs?
Like
Yeah.
he's a thief. Maybe he can probably good at.
I'm not good at forgery until like level.
and he's like level what?
Maybe he could draw up something. And
He's 3.
Kidway wrote it years ago.
He's 3 years.
I just figured it would help us convince them if we had something saying how dangerous this is. Surely they couldn't ignore that.
Forgery isn't really in Brad's wheelhouse, but
Does
I
he
don't
know a
see.
guy?
I'm sorry.
Does he know a guy?
Yeah, they could easily get somebody. Nobody really knows what Kidway's writing is unless they have records we don't know about.
Is there anything on the top of your maps? Writing?
There are some scribbles that are hard to read.
Source material.
What do you mean hard to read?
Like it's like faded and rubbed out over time, and even looks like it was in common at one point. It seemed like it was like an exotic language or anything. Really hard to make out what. I don't know. Are there some like forensic or something?
Got them back.
Cragdaddies, you perhaps have mending.
I have that, but it only fixes tears.
Oh, man.
That's why I gasped earlier, but it was a false sleep.
Maybe somebody could help. So you guys we're trying to make out like writing on the book, right?
We're trying to make out. Yes.
Mending, out of character. The spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, 2 halves, black or
Or a word that's broken from another word. A letter. Right, GM? Right?
Like, what if I rolled an Arcana check to precisely ink.
You know what?
To restore faded ink. Roll Arcana to precisely use it. Faded ink.
Ooh.
As a tear in the.
Yeah, I don't have any spells.
You can
Just
you can
ink
try
tear.
to like roll Arcana to see if you can make out what it might be talking about.
15.
What do you say?
Well, I mean, you can piece together that it's definitely supposed to denote places that are important and are powerful magics in these areas, but
Maybe we
like
can go see what's.
like specifically what they could do or what they are, or yeah, it's.
Should we go to these areas first and see if there's any more information out of it?
Are these?
That is an option.
Would this be magical item history?
Maybe.
Out of character, are the places that are marked on the map, are they just in the area of Gula or the near this? In
This
the
is the map
surrounding.
of the whole country of Google.
Okay, I got you.
It was a 15.
And
What were you rolling? Magical item?
It's like a history.
is the forest marked on the map?
Yes.
Or it is. Okay.
Alright, twice.
The forest is marked on the map. That
The
portal,
okay,
the
cool.
shrine,
Okay.
is marked on the map, as well as various other parts that if you overlay it with your map that you do have of this surrounding
Anywhere,
area, you do see like it's marked along where roads are,
anywhere pretty close to
and
where
as well as
we're
the
at.
capital of Shagershin as well.
Is marked.
What if we
Dude.
start?
Dude.
What if we look for Dynacus with Murray? And if he isn't with Murray, maybe he's along one of these other magical points.
Perfectly possible. I think
Wait.
you.
Be 18. Because it's double the proficiency.
So what exactly does it? You're detecting if it's like.
Well, I'm just rolling now.
I could detect magic
Oh, yeah.
if that's what you're trying to do.
No.
Okay.
Like artificial intelligence is
Alchemical.
objects or technological devices. Twice. Would ink be considered?
No, like this map itself is inherently a magical item, but some of the locations on the map might be where magical items are. Maybe they might be what's
Magical
causing
sources.
seals. But yeah,
The one there
that,
is.
the
so-
map overlay was a good idea.
So there is one with integration. That is fishy.
Good work, yeah.
Shit.
I think you all had a great idea about being double agents, and I think you definitely try to get your way in to talk to Murray.
Like I said, I'm only helping because of you.
If you can convince him of the dangers that are here, as benevolent of a leader as he is, and he wants the best for his people, it seems like, I think he will listen to you.
It just
Unless he
I could
thinks he
just
can
make-
control it.
think
Might
it's
be
tough.
Who?
But at least then you would have tried.
Briggs. Where's Mulberg? I can make her take us to the world.
I mean, we talked to her. I'm sure she'll take us to
You
them.
can make her.
Yeah, just
I don't know
suggest
if
it.
that's the best idea.
I could just suggest it.
You don't have to do that. She'll probably take us there if we just show her and tell her about everything.
Or she doesn't like.
Typically,
I'll
people
resort
know
to it.
like when they've been charmed after stuff like
What if
It's
we
8
just,
hours. It'd be long enough to get what we need to do done.
on it. I'm typically pretty upset when people mess with my head, so I don't know if that's the best.
Well, if she doesn't, the backup.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Good to have backup plans.
What was your backup?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
I
they
feel-
didn't have a backup
I
plan.
feel like that
Like
was the backup.
if
plan.
we didn't take it down,
What if y'all had gotten
got caught.
That was my bear, by the way. Do you remember?
Well, it attacked Luthian, by the way.
Yeah.
So I say we're even.
Oh, I'm not upset about it. I was just letting you know.
Okay.
so much?
See, watch this. Then I summon the next.
Monroe lands on top.
See, watch this.
You summon a bear next to you, huh?
I attack my own shit. What?
Monroe flies
It's
back
just,
to my shoulder.
it's just standing there. It's
Oh,
just
no, hold
standing
on. Hold on.
If he smacks it, it's okay.
No, he ain't
Just summon
smack
it.
He's gonna summon his.
Yeah,
fucking
that's what I'm-
animal.
that's what I'm thinking.
Dude, yes. I'll fucking respect him even more.
Dude, he's about to pull out something fucking crazy.
It's like
bro.
Armstrong and fucking
Louise Armstrong.
fucking what's his name? The teacher's husband.
Then we got like look each other in the eyes.
Flexing.
Bing.
Ooh.
Ooh. Then we like double clothesline somebody.
I wanna watch
That was a
Brotherhood.
badass scene.
This bear was passed down the Armstrong.
I want to
line.
watch Brotherhood again.
That scene was awesome.
I seen Wyatt like
That'd be
go over
nice.
to the cooler at work today. Like, there was some personal pains that he. I was like, "What are you doing, man? Trying to alchemically transform it?"
Ha
Ha!
He was like, "That's really cute. Want to see something really cool?
Yeah.
Take a step back."
Okay, I'll take a step back.
Yeah, looks like he's just focusing for a little bit. Nothing happens for a while, and then the green cloak that he has wearing around him like expands and like wraps around him. Then he falls onto the ground. Then it unwraps, and you see a giant ram stand up. Place, it's huge. Like it's like.
Oh
Like
my
that.
goodness!
So we're just like looking up at it.
New Luthian rolls her eyes.
A ram?
A lot of meat.
Is,
It's a ram?
Is that you?
Yeah, and it doesn't speak, but you can. Everybody can hear like the
Lots of
voice
these in the mountains.
like resonate around you. This is what you have to look forward to, my friend, if you stay faithful.
Fuck yeah.
Like an elephant or something.
Are you saying that to him?
That's a thought.
That's a thought.
You became. Oh wait, you thought it. You didn't say
Yeah.
it.
Alright, anyway, so he's just kind of walking around now.
It's a giant ram.
Yeah.
Strutting this shit.
Yeah. Seems like he's just kind of taunting the tree.
What?
Should we?
Yeah. Anyway, so the Luthien approaches you guys after Bonnet does his stupid show off, and he's like, "What? Damn." Anyway,
Don't
so
insult him.
are you going to try to talk to Murray then? Like that is what you all agree on.
Yep, we're gonna convince him.
That would be great if you could. I have my doubts, but if you can, then by all means.
Inside chip. Like,
If she actually doubts this.
I don't know if she actually like
Wants you to get succeed.
like if she even cares if it matters to her. Did you?
I'll spell them. 10. No. It doesn't seem to affect her one way or the other. You guys succeed, that's great. If not,
You're lucky to have that fool on your side, by
I
Okay.
am.
Just curious. So your last rash decision was to do the Coliseum. What would be your next rash decision?
Goodness.
I don't
Yeah,
see it
those
as a
some
rash
ratchet motherfuckers.
decision.
Either do
Wait,
course
you
you
don't
don't.
see that as a rash decision?
Either
course
the
you
most,
They wouldn't listen.
Okay, what's your next great idea?
If
How
your
old are-
dog, if
how
your
old are
dog
you
didn't
again?
listen, would you catch it on fire?
The
No.
dog doesn't know any better.
They do people.
But if they listened.
Look at dogs.
And then they get the shit. You
Anyway.
smack them right on the bottom. You tell them no, and they learn
Well,
afterwards. And
my
if
next
they don't, then you
move
just
is
take them
to
to town.
secure the forest of Kid
That
Williams
was
and go
basically
from
like
there.
a smack on the nose.
secure it.
With lightning.
by stopping them from chopping down.
Could have destroyed all of Gula.
Alright, what do you want me to say here? That I'm going to kill all of them?
Yes.
I didn't know if you were going for another big target inside.
Why would you want to know that?
Well, it destroy another big monument. You're the people out. You could just destroy the big monument.
Or we could just focus
The
on
Colosseum
Ray.
wasn't a monument. It was a way to stop the Goulash Bash. It wasn't just for show. It had a purpose.
They
You
just
did
move,
have a show. You made
It
a
was
big
mostly to
announcement.
take out the judges.
or they just
right?
move it outside.
They didn't listen.
That's fair.
Did she only kill the judges?
No.
No.
Well,
There was some feedback.
it seemed like that was the only one she
Dozens.
purposefully killed. Other people just died in the
Dozens.
storm.
dozen.
And the Colosseum.
That too.
Because we saved Saberwit.
Well,
Hey, you saved Saber.
We
Yeah,
were
you
the
saved- you
reason
saved-
that they were trapped in the room, anyways. So
Hey, I was looking out for victory. That's for you guys.
Alright.
I don't think.
For your pocket.
By the way, we were going to win that.
Okay.
As a side note.
Sorry.
Thank you. Fine.
Hey, you know what the reward was for winning? You ever found that out?
I don't think she cared.
I was not interested.
Anyway, did you decide if you were going to destroy anything else?
I mean, I was planning on it.
Just Murray,
Did
right?
I just give you an idea to do it?
There's nothing in the
Okay.
city that really needs destruction except for, I mean, they don't manufacture their own tools there. That's not what they do, and I don't have access to that kind of superbia.
Nothing. There's nothing there.
You should definitely go.
I'll fucking help that. I hate
There's a mad dragon. I'm not going back.
That
Don't hurt
the
any of
dwarf
my
that
people.
leads that place is a little out of my league, so I'm gonna hold off on.
So surprising.
in game. Here we come.
Going back there.
Raid boss.
Fuck water.
yeah, we don't need to sell on the seas for a while.
I'll even land again.
The people of
Hey, we
Gula
don't-
still need
we
their
don't need
farming
water.
tools, so it would do
Touch
more
my
harm
head,
than
man.
good to probably destroy their
You
music
just teleport there.
production. You have to seize the music. Topple it.
Okay, bro.
Well, if you want to go
Fight
in
the
and destroy the
man.
Capitol building.
Pull out my blunt and start smoking it.
Why don't we talk to Murray first
Yeah,
before
well,
we
there's no
start
guarantee Murray would be in
toppling
Capitol.
things?
He doesn't live
Where's he?
I'll say, why don't we talk to Murray first and try and convince him before we start toppling, destroying capital.
there. We all seem to have a plan.
At least give us
do you
that.
have means to get there swiftly, or will you require?
What do you got?
Hey, what do you got?
We got
We
it.
can save
We
our
might
stuff.
need some.
They
We
could
can
just
save
get
these
us back.
charges.
They could get us back to Hostone. We could just use magic circle there.
It's not for free.
We want to go to Chagrishan.
Is it not?
We're
We're
actually
still
investigating.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
still investigating.
Let's
They don't
see
know
what we do.
otherwise.
First, we're
Why are we going back to Hostone?
teleport. Why don't we just
Can they teleport us there? I mean, y'all can't.
But
are there any trees close to Jaggerson? that you
Our
can walk
plot
us
of
to?
land.
Have a tree on it. Fair.
It's got to have a
you
tree
can
There's-
beside
teleport
it.
us anywhere.
There's a tree we dropped in the middle of town.
They're gonna wonder.
They don't know.
Sure, they'll be curious, but it's
Tell
a
us me.
magical tree.
We
They're
could
not
just
gonna
tell
be
them
able to
that-
trace it back.
You just tell them that another druid helped us.
Say it was me.
It's not like I'll leave my signature.
Guys. Teleport.
You know, they use it.
I could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
get
they
some-
re-
it
they
recharges.
recharge it daily.
How many charges you get? How many charges do you
And I get 1d3 every day.
So
Okay.
like
Every
what you said,
morning.
teleport to our plot of land. Just figured it'd be a waste to just go to Hostone and just teleport. Chagrishin. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Didn't know if they could teleport.
All right. So am I taking you or are you taking?
Yeah,
I suppose I'll just take this.
We'll see our way out.
Up to you. We'll be here trying to deal with this. Free.
All right, guys. Everybody join.
So you,
Yes. Rags won't be far behind you.
does he just want to travel with us? Running at
Supposed
once.
You work.
I don't think we're teleporting.
Okay.
I would work.
Teleporting.
Everybody grab heads.
Fine, Chris. Little
I'll
ass.
touch you.
Is it like instant transmission from TZ?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, you need to envision the place you want to go.
Yep.
Have it in your head. You have a clear
it's
picture
our house,
of
right?
it. Well, it's
We
your
don't
plot
have
of
a
land.
house.
It's our plot
Dude.
of land.
Teleport us to
Wait, why don't I just
teleport us to the body of
fucking-
farming.
Yeah, dude. What's his name?
You're probably a little more familiar with that. To be
Yeah,
fair.
That
I'd be
works.
a lot more familiar
It's
with
like
that place.
land inside of somebody.
Hmm?
Like teleport us to where we usually
an
stand
inn.
in front of.
Outside by fucking.
No, just where we
Stone
usually
Crusher,
stand in
Earth
front of
Crusher.
stone or Earth Crusher.
Why not on top of the buildings?
Yeah, you guys have been there a lot, so.
We know where
Pretty
Earth
safe
Crusher
teleport.
stands. So
What
let's
time?
just
What time
teleport
is it
him.
right now? Like looking up. Is
Oh
it
yeah,
night?
now that you're out in the clearing, you can kind of actually see what time it is.
Is it nighttime?
It's like 4 p.m.
Okay. Earth Crusher will probably be the only one out there. See here.
Or we would teleport on top
You
of
guys
the
seem a
building.
little nervous about this.
I'm
Little
fine.
bit.
I don't want to talk.
I trust Dolphin.
That's because you have bad luck with it. Try to, right?
Say that.
Visiting.
It's our-
Okay, y'all going? Okay.
All right,
so
let's go.
visual. Hold on. Envision it. I do need you to roll. You do need to roll a.
D100.
No. I do want it. It'll be just a. I'll just have you roll like a D20 check to see if you can recall very well the spot.
Oh, please.
What it
It's
looks
cocked.
like.
It does look cocked. I don't see how.
Wait, what's the name of this ritual they have to do? The name of the ritual that they have to do to.
Not really. Not really a name.
It's called Seppuku.
Seppuku.
Ben 18.
That's the only ritual she's aware of that can help stop the.
I know it has a special name.
18.
18? Okay, yeah. You have a very clear vision of the small garden that Earth Crusher has in the middle of the body of farming. And within a split second, you guys disappear and reappear right into the into this little garden where Earth Crusher's busy shucking some corn off it, and you guys appear near him, and he's like, "Oh my god, hello!"
It's just us. It's just us, Earth Crusher.
Sorry, I got this new thing now. So
What?
yeah.
Well, hi.
We missed you.
It's good to see you again, Earth Crusher.
It's good to see you guys too. I see you all
Hey, meet my
I'm
room.
gonna try and hug him.
Jesus.
goes over and he's like, he just picks you up, just kind of.
Yes.
Did you take Bust Alien too?
Sure.
If you wanted me to. I
You
did.
can take up to 8 creatures.
Yeah. Eight
Probably.
willing people.
I'll probably just go ahead and make him go away because it's probably pretty small out here.
It's not tiny. It does have to fit him. So.
Yeah, but
Still a bear in the.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
Turn
that
heads.
too. Well, I wasn't expecting to see you all again so soon and in such a flashy matter.
It's the place we're most familiar with.
It's quite the display.
Boy, do we got news for you.
How go things? How's the investigation going?
Well, we learned a few things.
We won.
Congratulations.
We learned a few things. I'm gonna go report back to
Griswold Bowl.
Griswold.
Oh, that's good. I hope you have some very important information. It seems like they've made good leadway here in the city as well.
Oh, like
Wait,
how
wait.
so?
Well, they found the tree they used to escape, so that's a nice find.
Told you.
Big brain.
Yeah, so they don't really know where it led. Of course, it was some kind of druid magic, which is expected. Noluthian seems to be a druid. Yeah. I mean, they can be the best sort or the worst sort. I'm trying to think if I heard any other news around the town recently that have gotten back to me.
Have you heard anything about Murray?
Murray?
Yeah.
He himself has been doing various goodwill visits to families that were affected by the Coliseum collapse of intestines. Viewers alike.
Speaking of Murray,
He's been quite busy.
do you know where he lives at?
No. He likes to live a very private life when he's not out in public,
Understandable.
You don't know how he came to power or anything.
Well, he was voted in.
What did he do before he was voted in?
Well, he said that he was a man of the people. He seemed to care very much so for Gula's expansion. Wasn't very well documented. Kind of a nobody, but very charismatic. Seemed like a very nice guy. He won over the people quite easily.
Does the name Danicus? Wait, what? Deinicus. Whoops. Mean anything to you?
Heard of it. Deinicus. Is he important to the investigation?
Extremely.
Very much.
Is he another member of the
Ex-member.
an ex-member? Before or after the Coliseum? Huh, I didn't know they'd been in operation for so long.
And how long
So
ago
sneaky.
did Murray get?
At that point, I think give or take.
Down?
That was about a decade. I think it was exactly.
It's interesting.
Yeah, that's about the time.
Yeah.
But you said Murray.
He
20
looks
years of
he looks
power.
very young. Like he just has youth about him.
But it was like 20 years of power.
Yeah. Yeah, he's by logic he's probably like in his 40s or so. He just still looks like he hasn't
Would you
aged
say-
a day.
Would you
Probably
say,
leads a very healthy lifestyle.
Would you say that productions ramped up any specific areas about 10 years ago?
Oh yes, we were quite about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they started in full effect the expansion that we were doing now. Before Murray came into power, we were fine. We could support ourselves. Everything was going okay.
Mhm.
It's quite stagnant. But as soon as he came into power, he had it's part of the reason why he got elected. He had very lofty goals of further providing even more food for us and for the other countries. It seemed like he wanted to help everybody he could. It took him a while, a lot of years of finally passed plan that he had of specific areas he to cultivate, push forward to expand our reach and give us more crops and stuff. Very ambitious, but surprisingly able to do with quite a good timetable. Probably just because he has so much support and help from the people.
Support.
Very
Magic.
easy to motivate everybody when everybody's on the same track.
Wrong.
And we've been prospering ever since. Helping other countries out as much as we can.
So it all
Helping
started-
feed the giant militaries of Justitia and the other place I can never remember the name of. Help them keep back the war camps of Ira. God forbid they ever show up again.
So you'd say that it all ramped up when it
Almighty
came
one
into power
forgive.
20 years ago.
Sorry?
It all
yeah.
ramped up 20 years ago.
Well,
when Murray
about
came into
10 years ago is when it really started
power. About 10
going.
years ago. is when it
He
really started.
had the plan. It was slowly getting enacted. And about 10 years ago is when it started really chugging along. Very impressive. I wish I could be more participant in it. My golden years.
Understand. We're glad that you are where you are.
I am
You
too.
helped us out entirely.
Glad I get to see all this great progress in this great country of Gula, even with these naysayers and extremists trying to slow us down.
The Grimlock.
Griswold.
I do.
Griswold.
Yeah, I do believe
Somebody
we should
horrible.
make our way towards Prismal Bowl and
Oh yes, by
Try
all means,
and-
don't let me keep you in.
try and give her the
What time
word
is
that
it
we
again?
found.
It's about 4
It's
p.m.
probably
now.
3:46.
Well, after talking to him, do you think it'd be like 4:35?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Do you believe we should head straight? Wait, are we walking now?
Capitol building.
All right, so we're walking.
While you
So-
guys are walking and discussing a bunch of stuff, I really.
So if 10 years
Much
ago
water.
you'd say that if it all started ramping up, that I would assume that Donicus would be part of this.
I mean, Bonnet did say he wouldn't be surprised if directing Array.
Black market.
Just going on a limb here. The black market supplies with information about.
You say, oh,
Specifically for something.
we have to do.
Get gold.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
We
good
chose
point.
I have 155 gold.
Yeah, I got like.
But I have 122
I mean,
platinum.
we may get paid for giving them the
That's true.
information about the Emerald Way.
Yeah, I got about 23 gold or something like that. Huh. Yeah.
We haven't. I feel like
Yeah, we should just talk to Griswold. How are we gonna convince Murray?
I feel like there won't be any convincing. Like him coming to power just feels fishy to me.
Yeah. I think so. And then the fact that he would noodle with Donicus. Definitely not.
Keep forgetting. Call him Orm. From Red.
Amarillo.
By morning. All the same.
Underneath.
Alright. So somebody just roll one encounter die, see if anything happens in town.
wait, it's
15.
Alright. Nothing happens, but as you're walking through Shagerston, you do notice everything seems to be back to normalcy like it was. People seem to not be so or you do see extra guards posted in certain areas and stuff. Especially as you get closer to the governmental plaza in the Capitol building.
Did we decide?
Thought so.
Yeah, we did.
That cash. Call JG Westwood. Take some cash.
Trying to think of anything else.
Brainwashing, yeah, it's
You do see more widely distributed flyers of the Emerald
wanted
Shadow and
posters.
stuff.
wait, are we like main part town?
Yeah, you guys have made it to the Capitol.
Any
building.
necromancers around?
Yeah, go ahead, roll for it.
He's dead.
Yeah,
So you think?
he's a master of death.
7.
Doing my list.
7?
7.
I'll help you.
You can just sit Mount Rolla. Because, well, I'm not gonna do that.
Gotta guess.
Nothing that nobody that looks outwardly like a necromancer.
Gotta guess you.
Skeletons.
Not that I know of.
Surprisingly, no.
I can help you look.
All right, so you guys arrive at the Capitol building.
Oh.
The sun's starting to go down. It's like cast a beautiful golden glow over the entire city. What you guys is planning? Navigate the grid.
He
I
said,
guess
wait,
so.
he said Array was like Barry's.
That's what he's been occupying his time.
Do we see him on the way?
Alex,
See him on the way.
yeah.
The city is very big.
Very talented.
Well, good thing I get circle one. And
I mean, at that, if he's looking over the whole city, it's kind of hard to make out individual people.
well, I would just say like over the main.
Oh, like in the governmental. No. From anywhere. Either he's still doing what he say or not. Is
So when we get up in this Capitol building, is there anybody here that can like help direct us to Griswold Bogue's office?
that same tiefling desk worker that was there before.
Take a left.
Do we remember?
I hope you. I don't. Like you too.
Oh, okay.
He's a
cool.
tiefling too.
He was. Yeah, he was. I believe he was. If I remember correctly. He never gave his name or anything. It was very brief. That's kind of point.
Was Deinicus? Say Deinicus.
How may I help you?
We're looking for.
That's how he says. That's how he says hi.
Oh,
You
hello.
say that to me?
We're looking for Griswold Bogue's office.
Yeah, I recognize
We're
the
the
five.
investigators.
Yeah.
Mobile task unit.
Yeah,
MCU.
Cragdaddies.
We're just asking.
yeah. Go up the stairs. You'll find
Well, because
the little
Deinicus is
guy,
tiefling.
the little
He's
directory up
tiefling.
there. You'll.
Okay. Thank you.
Deinicus works in the government now.
Hey. Is your name Deinicus?
My name?
No,
Sorry.
Do you know a guy named Deinicus?
I personally do not know.
Oh.
Inside
Well, never mind. I don't care what your name.
Inside check.
That was a
Is he
critical.
is he supposed to be an official that works here? Because I'm not familiar with
He's in the
one.
Do you,
government.
do you know any other?
15.
Do you
I
know
got a
any,
+7 inside.
My name is Terrelwyn, by the
do
way.
you know any other tieflings that work around?
Not exactly a lot of us around here.
It'd
So
be
you'd
easy to
stand
point one out. You know any high up rank tieflings that you
Wait,
can recall?
did we ever find out what he was? What
Tieflings.
Deinicus was?
Yeah.
No, like what class he was. Fuck! What if he is Murray?
20 years, 10
Murray's a
years.
human.
Or so we think.
But you said he lived.
There's a lot of items that can make you. And spells.
I could.
There is
I see. I could find out, but he'd
one of the
just
more
take
prominent
damage.
one of the more prominent members of our government is one of the judges that part of that Coliseum. So
The one that made it out.
The tiefling
Yeah.
that made it out?
yeah, he was one of the more fortunate ones due to his experience.
Is he
and-
here?
Aggressively
Here?
elbowing.
I don't know if he would be here.
Do you know his name?
I think he's assisting with the investigation since
Do you know
he
his
really has
name?
nothing
Do
to
you know what
judge.
his name is?
His name?
Yes.
Not here.
Deinicus.
It's not
Dang.
No, Deinicus.
Danicus? No. I believe his name is I know it sounds strange, but I believe his name is
Reptar.
Wur, like WHIRR.
R.
Yes. Very
Does,
eccentric
Word.
and wily sort.
does that have any meaning to it?
He's just a little out there. Very kind of strange. He doesn't mean any harm.
A little more natural.
Right.
A little more like a natural person. Takes more interest.
I don't know about that.
Eccentric.
He likes food. That's
He's a judge.
Ah, I see.
he's just a lot of those judges are very eccentric. Have to have a personality for the crowd to like.
What is his true person?
I wouldn't know. I've never interacted with him in extended settings.
Same.
Don't know where they're. Alright, where's Griswold work?
Upstairs, you
Upstairs,
find the directory.
directory,
It'll give our offices.
It's okay.
Possible.
We had more questions.
Sorry.
I was thinking of Deinicus.
Tell them we have. Very important. And we got good information. For you.
I guess.
Okay, you guys go up there and you go knock on Griswold's door. That gruff voice from behind that ordered you around. Enter.
open up the door and we walk in.
Knock, knock.
Oh,
Doors for you.
Good evening, Grizzlebug.
Ah, hello. Yes. I remember the 5 of you. How is your side of the investigation going? Did you deal with that situation in Hostone that Emloron told me about?
We did deal with it.
He's currently still down there prepping up plans for something that's it's extended further from what I understand, but I think he has under control.
Yes, we took care of the first invasion. There seems to be another portal, and they plan to push more through.
Invasion of
as
Ice
we
Devils.
understand.
Yeah, and Welron said he's pretty much working on cleanup crew right now, so I think he'll be fine.
It seems to be mostly.
Did you
over.
make any leadway on the investigation on the Emerald Shadow?
We have a few leads on.
What did you find?
Well, we searched the forest of Kidwe. We actually found their old hideout.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Are you able to tell me where it's at?
Precisely.
Are we? Yeah. Precisely tell them right.
I don't know.
Well,
It's in the north.
the
It was in the
forest of
northwest.
Kidwe. The forest of Kidwe is very hard to.
It is very extreme. It is very difficult.
We have met with the forest of Kidwe, and when we were hunting the Shambling Mounds, we actually confronted with the tree and became on good terms with it. And it actually teleported us. We walked for about an hour, and it led us to the last place that it knew of that they were. Even the tree was not able to discern exactly where they were.
Okay, interesting. So it's actually good. If I can share this with Ray, hopefully, because there are, expanding out there. If he is aware of their base out there,
but I have bad
hopefully
news.
he can do doubly so. We can get more resources out there and speed up the process.
Well, I have bad things. I'm gonna lay the book up. Like, we found this in their hideout. This is Kidwee's
It's all dusty and like
yeah.
So she kind of like takes her little pencil.
It's Kidwee's old research. I'll explain.
Kidwee.
Because we have
Explain.
absolutely terrible news to give.
She seems to vaguely know who Kidwee is. Yes, I've heard of this.
The locations in
Of
this
this
book.
man.
Well, the locations in this book, and what I can tell about the time, so that the magics there have it will grow out of control if the force is
Yes, and we have seen
and out of
with
control,
Kidwe,
as in uncontainable, will wipe out possibly.
and we've seen
It's going to
with
wipe out
Kidwe-
all of Gula.
Yes. So
As we spoke to Kidway
The tree.
ourselves. Right?
Yes, as we were hunting the Shambling Mound, the tree who has the spirit of Kidwe, since Kidwe gave his life to sustain the tree, when we went to fight the Shambling Mound, he was very calm, he was very nice, and he seemed to be very caring of the forest. This time,
I know he's a nuisance.
This time when we met him, he did not care for the forest. In fact, he wants you to destroy it because
Good, that makes it easier on us.
okay.
because
yeah,
he will
so,
gain more power, and as he gains more power, he can destroy everything in this land, everything in this entire country.
Well, the forest is magical, though. That makes no sense. It's the one that's the forest is what's sustaining the magic there. You can get rid of it, then
No,
you could give us
it's
an
suppressing
audience.
his magic.
I was wondering if
It's
you could give us an
ridiculous.
The
audience.
more
with
trees you
Ray.
cut down, the more powerful he grows.
The more uncontrollable, chaotic magic.
Yes,
that
it's a
is
very
stored there.
primal type of magic.
have you spoken to Enwellron yourself?
well, I mean, he's been sending messages.
Okay. So did he explain to you the portal situation and the shrine that was connected to it?
Vaguely told me that the portal would power the shrine.
So here's the thing. This map that my friend here showed you, all these spots that are located on this map, that portal is one of them. The forest is also one of them. These spots, we believe, are sources of primal magic that has shaped this land, or that had shaped this land hundreds of years ago.
Thousands of years.
So my friend here, what he's trying to say is this tree, this great tree that we're speaking of, is one of those sources of magic. It does seem silly for I know what you're thinking. chopping down the trees should weaken the tree. No, what it's doing is there's a barrier kind of holding this chaotic magic in. The more that you guys are destroying this barrier, is God dang it, am I getting my words jumbled? It's basically weakening the barrier holding this chaotic magic in. Does that make sense?
If you expand over there, you will not expand over there.
It would be much more wise to start expanding west.
I follow you in theory.
Is there any way we could speak to Murray?
Sorry?
Yes.
Persuasion. Speaking to Murray would help this out.
Speak with Murray directly.
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like we could. Am I getting advantage with this?
Go for it. We're all working together on this.
18.
Well, you definitely all have a lot of interesting points. What I'm curious about is on this map, and Griswold points to the part with her pen that's right on top of where Shagershin is. If this map is true, then we're on one right now.
Yes.
That makes no sense. We've utterly destroyed any kind of.
Or so you think.
Well, if you talk to Elrond, just like the shrine that I wanted to destroy the shrine.
Very, very
and
deep
instead of
under.
destroying it, we had our druid friend encapsulated in a bunch of vines so nothing could get there. Point is, the magic is stored deep underground.
Yes.
So destroying it would do nothing. All the stuff on the land, you could destroy that. Magic is under.
Very smart. I know.
This is a very series of strange circumstances. I hope you all understand that.
Come again?
This is a very strange series of circumstances. I hope you all understand that.
Oh, yes, we agree. We went there to investigate the Emerald Way, but we found out all this information.
Really found Kidway's old
Yeah.
lines.
Ley lines.
Ley lines.
Way lines.
Magical
No,
ley
they're way
lines.
lines.
I heard way lines.
Perhaps Murray would be interested in discussing with you in person what you've.
You might be able to ask.
He might be more knowledgeable.
Indeed.
I don't know what to make. Honestly,
Magically inclined.
This he told me.
Maybe we should talk.
What about
He's,
his tiefling friend? Where?
Squirper downstairs.
No. Wait. I thought War was the judge tiefling.
I think he's just a judge.
Judge Tiefling. I don't know any. They all look.
They all just eat food.
That's racist.
So which ones were? Judge?
Yes.
No. Oh, what does he have to do with this?
You heard of Adinicus? It doesn't matter. Can you set up the meeting?
Can't say I've ever heard. Yes, if you'd like to meet with Murray, he may be more useful to share this information with. I don't know what to make of it. Quite frankly, I don't know where to go. I think it's something he can see for himself to make an informed decision on. I don't know if you guys will be able to meet now, but I can set something up for tomorrow.
That
After.
sounds great.
Depends on how urgent he considers.
Oh, it's very urgent.
Yeah, I will make sure that, if you will, leave the book here with me and share it with him. See what he thinks of it. And your reward, I'm sure you like. Right?
Both of the
Yes.
rewards?
Both of your rewards.
Yeah, one for the post town and one for task unit.
And Ron informed me he already gave you a reward for.
Oh, he did.
I thought he only gave us half.
Nah, that's his business now.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Before we give the book, can we, like, on our map, just like kind of circle the points that were in his book on our map in case
Okay.
something happens to the book? Okay, we'll do that, I guess.
Write that down.
there's does anybody have the maps on them?
I can get them on my phone.
Because the maps that you currently have, there are some points that are marked on.
Yeah, well, I don't have a physical map. I have it on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I,
yeah.
lucky
Yeah.
for you, I have a map,
As you should.
so you won't be able to keep it. I can give you a quick demonstration of where you guys are currently at. So, you guys are.
You guys are shit.
In this area, which you guys are familiar with it now, this is Chagrashan up here. So you have your point here. You have the point here where the Great Tree of Kidway is, or the forest itself. There is the there's not a road here on this one, but there is the shrine that's pointed out on the map there. Sorry.
The yellow spots.
Those are the cities. That's Hostone, and the other one, Shagershan, above the Kutai Plains. And you do see a series of spots that are along the road between Shagershan and the other city, which you guys haven't visited yet, that runs through the Ebonheart Vale. And you also, like I said, you see where the shrine was marked, where that portal was. You see you see various spots like across on these roads that might be that you would assume are parts that could be relevant to the whatever magics is suppressing the wild magic that are there.
Is there anything circled on the map that stands out differently? You put on there?
Well, if you look at the way he's marking them seems slightly different. Like the Forest of Kidway is its own thing. All the various marks along the roads, including the shrine that you know of outside of Hostone, all seem to be similar to each other. They're already on your map. You should be able to see on the coastal part of Gula, there is like a red mark. It's not yellow. That is obviously it's marked differently from the shrines and from the forest itself. And then the city of Shagershan is marked differently from like they all seem to be categorized in whatever kind of magic. And you are right.
The only one in the city that's good was books.
I'm sure Murray will find the proper professional to curate and discover what it means.
Do any of the so if we look at the shrine outside of Hostone, are there any similar marks to that on the map?
Yes, all of the marks that seem to be along the roads share the same kind of similar symbol. Shrine knows. Presumably, other shrines. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well,
Probably shouldn't fuck with any.
Do you have someone that can get in contact with us when you get this meeting set up?
We'll be a host.
where will you be staying?
I mean, not host.
Most likely the body of farming.
Yeah.
Yes, we will send a
If anyone,
tomorrow
just find Earth Crusher if we're
with
not there.
Murray's schedule. Could be relatively. As far as your reward goes for what you've done with this investigation, this is a lot of information for everybody in town has just been able to. Fortunately, it's been more speculative. They have the Mages Guild on it, have their diviners wailing on about some kind of visions they're utterly useless. They're not making cohesive sense at all.
Yeah. Just maybe what kind of visions they talk about, just in summary.
They're all different. They all they try to do their divinations and they just seem to be overwhelmed.
Could be a sign.
Anyway.
Anyways, the reward.
Anyway. Platinum.
Plenty of platinum.
I'm going back to the mage skill and getting that cloak.
Play what close?
I don't think they're just gonna sell it to you anymore.
I thought you bought. I thought you had that with you.
Cloak of displacement or whatever.
Oh, the cloak of invisibility.
I don't think I'm
Might
gonna buy
do.
that.
Could have.
I'm not.
Dude, you can get
getting
him to
behind.
help you.
I'm not getting behind that.
Sketchy.
Nah, you guys got this.
That's sketchy.
You're talking about using.
You remember that bitch that got mad at me for
That was in the
trying to
that,
detect?
that was in the host though. So didn't we come back to Shagger's mage skill to get that?
You don't think the others mages
Hey,
guild will be
can
able to?
somebody pass me 4 more D6? No, I got my back.
They're not gonna have a. They're not gonna have a.
I got it. I got it.
Just where you go. Where you go, man?
Ellen.
Yeah,
We go
fuck
back-
her. No, I'm just kidding.
They're not gonna have an Ellen there.
Okay, but it doesn't
We
mean
go back to
other
the
people will be able to
swords.
detect
So-
magic glass.
Go back for the swords. Just steal it.
Maybe I can acquire a potion of invincibility. That's not magic.
Glass. Don't get too big for your boots.
It's not gonna help you commit a crime.
Just wait until you fight for the swords.
See.
We'll be in the room.
Oh.
That'd
Oh
be
yeah, you're
scandalous.
right.
So passes out a couple bags, guys. Hands you one. Here's all the platinum. An idiot. At least.
Bust it open.
Okay, so should be around 27,000 platinum in this bag distributed amongst yourselves.
Well, was that a?
27,000?
That wasn't 100. That was 1,000.
Yes, you did quite a lot for us.
Fucking dab.
And here's another. Another bag. This is about 36,000 gold right here.
What?
Distribute amongst yourselves, of course. I assume you can all agree on what you're getting here.
Quick maths.
Wait, 27,000.
Times
5,400
27,000 times 10.
5,400 apiece.
Platinum. Yeah.
platinum.
Which was the goal?
Hold on.
Yeah. What was it?
5,400 platinum
It
apiece.
was I think it was
27,000 gold.
27,000.
no, it's 27,000 platinum.
Sorry.
It was like 36,000 gold.
So,
That's 7,200.
right, so 5,400 platinum each. Right? Is that what you guys said?
5,400. Yeah.
You guys are getting stacked.
Goodness gracious, dude.
Oh my.
And
5,522.
finally,
7,000.
I mean, you guys have been poor for a long time.
We have been poor for
How much-
quite a minute, but
how
I
much
mean,
gold
Jesus
each?
Christ, we're
7,200.
fucking rich as fuck now. We're like basically billionaires. You know, until we go shopping like twice.
That was billionaire.
About 2,000.
It's 7,200 gold apiece.
Alright, we're hitting up the black
Oh,
market,
so
boys.
Yeah, you're kind of behind the game.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but-
I was doing math.
Alright,
Back.
hold on.
That's
I know my phone.
54,000.
Yeah, that's back to the black market. That's black market.
And then she
money.
gives you another bag.
Another
Like,
bag.
Here's for any of you that are more interested in some gems. Here you go.
Like
Ooh,
gems.
yes.
And you open it. It's various amounts of gems. It should. She speaks. It's like it should be about like 4,000 golden gems in there.
Hey man,
I don't
remember that time I
And then
split my gems with you?
finally,
Wait, what's the gem?
Hold my jewels.
Wait, what's the gem split? What is it?
it was like 4,000 gold worth of gems in there.
Wow.
We have to trade the gems in.
I don't want
we?
any gems.
Yeah, I don't want any of the gems
I want
either.
some
I don't have
Yeah,
any.
yeah.
They could be relevant to some kind of spellcasters,
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't have.
So I'll take 1,000. Take 1,000. 1,000. They're more useful. to you.
And she's digging
I
around
could just-
like she turns around. She's like kind of digging around in various like cabinets and stuff. She has like, is there like or something?
I just want the shiniest one.
1,333 piece.
Is there an opal in there? Very, very nice.
I don't know. Hold on, I don't know how much. Very nice.
What'd you just say, James?
Are we splitting it 3 ways right now?
Yeah.
1,300.
The gems? Let's make sure that they're just. We say that it's just gems because last time I did
I have it also.
gems. Shiny, shiny, make the click clack.
Can I just say it's
She
an
digs around and
opportunity?
she pulls out this metal looking staff that is
I like staffs.
gray, and it seems to be wrapped around with like a red metal of sorts that looks the shape of fire, and it's topped off with like a very
What's that?
sharp looking head. She's like, I don't know, we took it in evidence from some troublemakers.
Wait, what?
Can I
What is
roll
it?
to see what it is?
Could you explain that again? What was
See
it?
if I would know.
It's like a gray metal. It's like a gray metal staff that's wrapped around by like a reddish pinkish metal that looks to be in the shape of flames, and then there's like looks to be topped off like a very sharp head of one in the middle, and there's like sharp
Wait,
arches
how
and sort of it.
how long is it?
I mean, it's bigger than
Is
yours.
it-
It's a
is
staff. Don't
Is it Bastion? I guess I can roll.
Is it a magical staff or a monk staff?
15.
So what are you casting?
I'm just.
Knowledge Arcana. Yeah. I mean, you're pretty familiar with this type of staff. By even if you weren't, you'd know that this is a staff of fire. Pretty It's not common, but most magic users are aware of what a staff of fire is. Yeah, it's a pretty good find for a magic user.
So it's a staff,
you don't
right?
you don't really know that. You never really wielded one yourself.
Just use it.
Can I roll?
Maybe I wanted the staff.
And I just messed.
Yeah.
Anybody here good at
I'm
tying
just
knots?
holding it.
Could you say it again?
Sorry.
What'd you say?
Like in real
Anybody here good
in
at tying in real life? Yeah.
Like what kind of
What kind
knot?
of knot?
Just a knot that's secure.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knotted one side of my bag by accident somehow. I don't know how I did that.
Can I roll to know what it does? Because my special.
You already rolled a knowledge arcana.
It's artificial lore though.
Don't you get a disadvantage?
It's advantage.
Yeah, go ahead, roll again for advantage.
Oh well, it's different. That was the-
It's different.
Yeah, sure.
Hang on. Fucking sorry.
Your dice until
Yeah, I just started using dice that are here, dude.
that metal hurts you.
19.
Told you.
Yeah, you
Artificial lore.
You know these salves, they have to be attuned to whoever's wielding them, of course, and they're able to give you resistance to fire damage. It has 10 charges on it, typically, if it's brand new. And while holding it, you can use an action out of character to expend one or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it using your spell save DC. Cast Burning Hands with 1 charge, Fireball with 3 charges, or Wall of Fire with 4 charges. The staff regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the staff blackens, crumbles into cinders, and is destroyed.
Ooh.
But, if you don't roll a 1, you can just cast a Fireball, Burning Hands, or Wall of Fire, as long as you have enough charges to do so. The Wall of Fire is what's in there, probably. Powerful.
Fireballs.
You give that to a non-spell cast.
No, it has to be used by a druid, sorcerer, warlock, or wizard.
Oh, that help anybody.
Gay.
Seems like you got a lot of shit for magical people. Got anything else?
Since you have that,
They just had it in evidence locker.
Catagast. Since you have that now, can I hold on to the rod of security? Please.
Please.
One of Enwellron's students got a little too carried away. We had to confiscate it from him.
Why not?
That's Caddy.
What student?
I don't remember his
You
name.
have a lot
Some
of
punk
stuff,
kid.
I stole.
Just take it.
What race
We
was
all
he?
stole some stuff.
I don't think we should be saying that in front of Grismelberg.
I
I
haven't,
think
don't
I think
care.
it was a
I
halfling.
haven't stolen anything.
Roll a deception check.
What?
That 20s, I've never
Alright,
seen
well,
her do that.
I'm sure you guys need to rest a long deserved rest after all you did. I hope you guys go out and have a good time in the town. Like, I got a lot of money there.
First things
More than
first.
I usually make.
First things first. I'm gonna go buy wood, metal. I'm gonna go blacksmith.
Do you even know how to blacksmith? When did this happen?
I have proficiency.
When? Like, I don't remember this.
Do you have
We
blacksmith?
did the background things.
Okay.
Oh.
Fair. Well, just so you know, it usually takes a long time to smith something. What are you trying to smith here?
I'll be able to help him.
Yeah, you do.
I can look
You're a
at
smith master.
Something very small, probably about this big. But
Have a place to do this at.
Lass already has a vibrating toy.
shit. No, I don't. Fuck. I need like a little workshop.
I'm sure we can rent one from a blacksmith.
Just sit like a fucking bag of gold.
You should
I
buy
mean,
a shop.
it's just not the
Maybe.
same if he doesn't blacksmith it.
It isn't.
Not meant just
I gotta
like,
make it with love.
Doesn't have
dude.
personality.
like we go into the blacksmith and be like, hey, can we borrow your?
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here. Let me do this.
And I'll assist you in making it.
Sure,
Just
yeah.
tell me your
That's
design.
not
Yeah, I'm gonna
crazy.
do that. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, go for it.
He's a smith.
So I'm gonna go up to a blacksmith and I'll be like, "Hey, I got the sketch.
Okay, Arya.
Help me make this."
Help you make it.
Yes, help me make this.
What am I looking at here?
It is a accessory for sorts.
Do you want to make it or you want me to make it?
I kind of want some help making it because I plan to make more of these in the future. Just needs to be hollow in the middle.
Alright, sure, I guess.
Ting
he,
Oh my gosh.
It's like,
I'm excited.
is that a gemstone inlaid in it?
Yes, yes it is.
You're gonna have to go with somebody else for that. I can shape it for you, but
That's fine.
alright, so it's like 100 gold. I don't know, this is kind of an odd request.
Cool.
So that's his like.
It's a very interesting session.
Okay.
What would that be under?
You got me.
Hey, wisdom. Check. Maybe some strength. I don't know.
You want to spin it?
Are you proficient in blacksmithing tools?
Well, I'm just gonna let you know if you want to just assist him. It's like a 25
Oh, okay.
job.
True.
All right. Well, if he's gonna do that for the day, it's really how big is this thing? Okay, that should take the day probably to make. What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah, I'm going back to the inn. It's probably
The
pretty
inn or to
body of farming.
Okay.
What time is it?
Probably pretty late. by
This
now.
fine. This point's probably 6. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty much
pretty
down.
Oh, I guess I'll
Well, I
say
mean,
something to you guys. Be back in a little bit.
I'm down for colony.
Huh?
Gotta give James his pipe first.
Is that
Well,
what you
well,
mean?
Pipe, sir.
Well, unfortunately,
You
like
put
you
some
can
gemstone in it.
shape the metal, but you're gonna have to go to somebody that actually inlays gems to do that
Oh
part.
well, I wanted to put his gem in there anyway, so I didn't want to. The gems that we got from the chick.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
If I had something to put in it.
Link
I have
away.
mushrooms.
Might find something when we go to the black
Yeah,
market.
smoke some mushrooms.
I got mushrooms.
I need spice.
I got
Spice is the
about.
way of
I
life.
got about tree 50.
Skooma.
Yeah, y'all broke. I don't know where y'all's money went.
I thought about
Sorry.
Would a magic shop be open? I buy it. I won't mind.
You're gonna have to spend a lot of time asking around for that item.
Go to the
Black market.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're willing to be kind of like talked down to, then yeah, probably get it from there.
That's fine.
Can I find some fine special tobacco to take Catagask when I present him with his pipe?
Well, yeah, you should be able to find some pretty nice tobacco. Right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, thanks.
Some of the most high quality stuff.
Quality.
It,
Mark it together.
Tobacco.
you can like feel it linger in your mouth
What's-
long after it's already.
Let's smoke it together. I'll light it with my.
Light it with my-
It's that thing that killed John Wayne.
Yeah.
Good session, guys.
That was good. Did not go out like I expected it to.
Oh, it went almost exactly step for step.
Hey, that's the second time we
Oh,
had a
Feel
session.
good.
calculated.
Felt good about it.
That's the second session we had spoken together.
That's what
XP.
happened to mine.
What are y'all guys at?
23,000.
23,000. What's the next level?
3,000.
30,000? It's that soon?
No, I mean 30,000 something.
I think Les has the book over there.
You guys did a lot of talking to people.
34.
4?
Yeah, it's like 11,000. You
I'll
probably
give you guys like 4,000 for
for them.
Thanks for doing it.